gonna pitch it to you.
Oh no, it was
I don't
coming
think we did.
out last session.
Oh, can we stop streaming? Oh fuck.
Hey, I'm Daphne.
You are Daphne. Everything's
Hi,
everyone.
let's just confuse everybody.
We have run into some.
Wow, look at those. Oh,
I'm not here. I'm gone, guys. See you later. Adios,
I forgot about that. Hey. So, yeah, we ran into some technical difficulties. We're desperately trying to help Clancy be able to see things as things are not loading properly for her. We tried some reloads, we tried a bunch of stuff, and we haven't watched stream. I know Tyler now.
Hell yeah.
Well, that is what it is. So, yeah, Clancy, keep me posted on how shit goes on your end, and maybe eventually we'll load in and then we can stop streaming. And until then, we have two me's.
Oh no,
Tyler.
Oh God, and one of you is Yanni, so now I have to hear your Yanni voice.
Let me.
Who's Yanni?
Yes. No, he died.
David is.
He's dead.
Oh.
Let me see if I can do this. Nope, still me.
Oh, Clancy gets to be me. Oh no.
Ooh, what's your Lyra voice?
This is what this whole session is gonna be.
Oh no. I don't want to insult Tyler because I feel like it's okay.
Since his Lyra voice is his Tyler voice, any attempt to yeah.
Well, let's do this. I can try to rearrange everything now, live, and you guys do me a couple favors. Distract people for a minute. That is gonna have to be it. So
I can't. I'm not on the stream.
we can hear your lovely voice. So
Thank God.
There.
Yeah.
So how did the first 10 minutes of the debate go, you two? That ended up.
Oh no.
It?
Oh no.
Maybe
I've
just
already
live stream it.
repressed the
The entire
memory,
chat is
so.
gonna be just that.
Oh my gosh, let's picture the stream. Let's put the debate in the corner, and then we can just have it running while we're playing D&D.
Actually, probably pull that off. Hold up.
No, don't do that. I'll kill myself.
I'm working on it right now.
I'll kill myself on stream, and then we'll get banned.
Well, you're not
But the
on stream,
numbers.
so technically.
Myself on stream, and no one will see it because I'm not
Yeah.
on stream right now.
So,
They just hear,
it's
But it's like extra loud. It's like the guy that dies in Baldur's Gate 3. He's like, oh!
I was about to say I'll do a Baldur's Gate death. I'll ragdoll myself across the room.
we'll be like, can you server mute him? That's distracting.
played that area lately. Did they ever fix that dude?
Wait, what?
I think
Which
it's done on
one?
purpose.
Which
I don't
one?
know.
Well, specifically the one, the guy who first tells you about the Stone Lord there in the beginning of Act 3 when you're. Oh,
It's been a year.
No, that's not like enough. There's
It's
some
been
people
out
who are waiting
forever.
on the discounts, and they're just now finally getting it. Okay.
Hey,
there are
hey,
3 people
hey.
watching the stream right now. I think
Hey.
we're safe.
in the wise immortal words of Paris Hilton, stop being poor.
Yeah, you know what? She's onto something. If Savannah's watching, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
Stop being poor.
That's just for her.
So it is the debate after all.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Guess which side I am.
Guess who you
The poor
support?
side?
No. I said stop being poor.
Oh, got it. I think you're winning bigly with that statement.
Elena said pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Nobody wants to work nowadays.
Nobody wants to work anymore.
They just want the summers off. That's all they want.
Oh, no, we went there. We did it.
You know
was more
what?
effective.
You're not wrong, Alex. You're not wrong.
If millennials
For-
would just
for the
stop buying
potentially-
avocado toast, they could buy a house.
Yep.
For the potentially one person watching this right now that's not me or David.
Hey,
Hey, I
That
have a
was a
stream open
throwback.
too.
Me.
I have a
Oh,
stream
so we're
open
all,
too.
everybody on the stream is in on the joke.
It's just us.
Awesome.
It's just us.
I've been here the whole
I'm trying to say
time.
this for
That
posterity.
makes it
That's
better. That makes it better.
Not even Ryan's here.
Yeah, what the hell, Ryan? I mean, glad.
If everyone's watching the debate instead of watching us play D&D.
I mean, it's going to be just as much of a clusterfuck either way. So as long as you're having a good time.
Damn.
For those of you watching that are also here, you're probably confused about this little dragon on the screen.
For the people watching this on YouTube in the future.
They don't even see the little
I don't
dragon.
even see it.
But there was
Yeah, the dragon's on the screen.
Okay.
The dragon's on the screen.
Okay,
Tell you
there's
what,
a
I'm
little
gonna do this
dragon.
really quick. Hold up.
There's
We're
two
gonna switch
daemons,
over.
and they're both in the wrong place now. They're
But-
both in the wrong place.
But both the places where I am, the characters' names start with the same 2 letters as my name.
Whoa.
Check that out.
Oh.
That's
Damon
for,
said
for posterity watchers, that is the dragon that she's talking about.
Yes, this is Goldie.
Yep.
Alex,
good job.
would you like to tell us about Goldie?
Oh my god, I feel like we're teaching you all the people's names all over
I
again.
know.
Cody has a really bad habit. He dies all the time. It is crazy. He just, he jumps
Goldie
off.
was a boy.
Okay, Elena, pop quiz. I need you to name all of the pivotal NPCs that are still in the game right now.
All of them? Okay.
Yep.
I got this.
It's a lot. I don't know
Okay.
if I could do that.
There's. Well, okay, who do you consider pivotal? Do you consider,
Well-
like.
Okay, not pivotal. In the last 5 sessions, name all of the NPCs that we've interacted with.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
God, I don't know if I can do that.
I was gonna say, I don't even think I anyone can do that.
The last
Okay,
seems easy.
I like
3 of the
you.
last 5 sessions were a fight. The
Okay.
same fight. So
Okay.
I think we
Okay.
can name all the NPCs.
Okay, we've talked to the Moon Maiden,
Ding, ding, ding.
the Trickster,
Oh,
the Trickster,
Uh-huh.
side question.
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah.
is the Moon Maiden's new name?
Celeste.
Celine, but it's okay. She'll be
Close.
okay.
Celine,
Close.
whatever. You know what? Let her prove,
Is it really
prove herself.
Celine?
She's a
That's
vampire.
awful. I wish it was Celeste. Okay, anyways, the Trickster.
Okay, the Trickster.
You can
Faith?
just blame the ancient Greeks for not having good taste in god names.
Right?
Faith,
Faith.
you're right. Faith, yep.
This is the really bad thing. My mom, but I don't know her name.
Mom.
I don't know if we do either. Do we?
Mom.
Yeah.
It came up. It came
Yeah.
up. Mhm.
Okay, my mom. That's it. And then
You just call her mom.
Kasaria. Yeah, Kasaria.
Yeah, yeah.
We kind of talked about Queen Helen, but we never saw her.
Yeah.
What's fuckboy's name? What's Lyra's fuckboy?
Hephaestus. Oh,
He's not my fuckboy anymore.
That's
He's
fine.
my
I knew
employee.
I was gonna have to clarify. I knew I was
It's
gonna have to clarify.
Pascal, right?
Yeah,
He reminds me of the little chameleon from Tangled. That's,
that's
how
all I
remember it.
think of. Yeah, so I'm glad we're on the same page there.
So you've been
We've
mentally having an affair with a small animated chameleon this whole time.
We're
is
not
what
gonna
you're
get
He's
into that.
cute.
We're
He's
not gonna
cute
do
and
that.
he paints. So
Yeah.
Oh, I think I just broke Clancy.
No.
Hephaestus.
Oh.
and
You
his
saw
eyes
Hephaestus?
always watching. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, so
Hephaestus, yep.
Hephaestus,
That's in 2
the
directions.
hunter who's now dead.
Yep,
Um,
Hunter dead. Yep.
Dude, this is really bad. I can't remember the one that I just killed.
No.
Moxetta. I knew
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god.
Girl.
Yeah. No.
We've technically interacted
rough.
with Scylla because she died and we brought her back. Well,
Yeah.
Brissa brought her
But
back.
pivotal.
Yeah.
Pivotable.
She's literally Brissa's favorite child. She is
true.
the
I mean, that
pivotal
is
one.
true.
Yes.
That is true.
That is true.
Sacrifice the entire kingdom of Mitros for her.
Really, yeah. I think that's it. And I mean,
Okay, while we're on the topic of Brissa, what's her husband's name?
Acostus or Castus, something like that.
And what's her
I-
That's too
children's
much
name?
longer though, based on the.
Her children are, she has Estor and Mitros. Because
Yeah.
it's super weird.
That's it? Oh.
But
Well,
they're
it's
named after the
Ooh.
bad people and the
Places.
god. Yeah. And the places. Yeah.
not
Well-
me for forgetting that also Scylla was a
Also
bad
named
person.
after a monster. Yeah. Also named after a monster. Yeah. Yeah.
Hint.
Yeah.
Hint.
Oh,
Okay,
we also
name-
met Talieos. The
Oh,
dude
yeah.
in
Yeah. The real Talieos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we didn't really meet him. We kind of
Yeah.
He's off in the distance.
yeah.
Which god is on the pleasure barge right now?
The Ghost Lord.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, maybe he'll take
This is
Pascal's
trivia
place for you,
right now.
Tyler.
This is great.
So I believe there's 3 gods left that we haven't talked about, but we haven't talked to them either.
Fish Queen.
But I want you to name them for me.
Okay, so the Fish Queen we haven't spoken to since we did the fight with Arisia,
Mhm.
right?
Well, with Sidon. She showed
No.
up for that.
Didn't she show up when we were fighting? Right,
Oh,
Alex?
yes.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
We
She
didn't
did a bunch of-
interact
Yeah.
directly.
She did a bunch of like ship
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Fish Queen.
The two that are left are like the head gods.
No, I thought we killed them. The sun,
Right, no, we haven't interacted with them. I just want you to name them for me.
the sun, the Sky Father, and the Sun Mommy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's technically Sun Goddess, I think, is her
She'll
actual
be
name.
Sun Mommy. And the dragons is we have
Oh, yeah,
Petor.
this is good. Name the dragons.
Petor, Vulcan.
Vulcan. That's what is in my head though.
Hated that.
Oh, I know Valis.
Yeah.
And there's another one that starts with K, and I can't remember. I always want to call her.
Only the favorite one. It's
My
fine.
best friend, I got her killed.
Yeah, she's the one that I put in leathers when we went and
Yep.
did that.
Yep.
I don't remember her name at all. She's kind of not important to me. So I don't know. I'll give up on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, she's important in the beginning, y'all. I'm in Elena's camp. Like, she has not been in the campaign since then.
Really, none of them have, so.
Hey, with that, we have cameras kind of set up again, so that'll do for now. We'll have to go with that. If there's a battle map, we're all shit out of luck. The players will be able to see it and interact with it, and I will just do a little bit more to try to describe it. With that, though, let's just dive right in. Previously, you unleashed Titanic monsters. Just kidding. Technically, Casaria unleashed Titanic monsters onto Thylea. You confronted Casaria about it and let her go. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, they're attacking different places, wiping a lot of people out. Oh yeah, Pascal summoned an army of 10,000 fiendish creatures that apparently are the souls that Desdemona and the other fates have been sacrificing over centuries in exchange to receive this army in the first place. You are now headed, or actually already at, the Empyrean Palace, where, of course, you are going to party it up with, what's her name, Elena?
Celine.
A DM inspiration for saying, oh, wait, you already have it. As with that...
Is there anyone else who needs one? Can I pass that gift along?
You totally can.
I'll give it to... Does Daphne have it?
She does. Yanni also.
does.
So it's Lyra Brissa.
Lyra.
Wow.
Wow. You know,
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Alex. Lyra did just get broken up with viciously tonight. And you're gonna get a fate inspiration once we sleep, so I guess it's fine.
We'll all get one. But
Yeah.
Except me.
It doesn't really matter in the end.
Wait.
I feel like
Wait,
now
wait,
that
wait.
you are
You
fate,
get one. You are a fate. Of course you're gonna
I've
get
never
one
given.
now.
Well, I've only been a fate, David, for like 24 hours. So.
Less than
that's
that.
true. That's
Keep it
true.
real. But you are gonna get one now. No question.
Can we give people fate inspiration?
No, just yourselves. I mean, the heroes. You know, those people.
Yeah.
You have kind of.
I
something
feel like
that can-
hero is subjective.
Yeah, that is fair. That is very fair. Alrighty. So as you are in the beautiful,
give one to Celine.
courtyard of this place, you can see that they're massive. There's just a buffet. There's so much food and drink everywhere. Luscious looking grapes, the size of which you've never seen before. Different kinds of wines. There's different vintages of wines that you have never seen, Daphne. Maybe there's a little bit of an itch that is starting to form. Celine just very airily
I
kind
get
of
you cream for that.
dances around the table. So it's like, so tell me all about. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we get into it, I have a friend I need you all to meet. Actually, he says he already knows you. Anyway, I'll be right back. She disappears, leaving you there for a second.
Isn't she also going to bring Hephaestus? I look at Daphne.
No, I don't think so. Though I am highly stressed about him because she had mentioned he went off to go to like Arisha and face Helen. Not great.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Not
he
a
like
good
saving
time.
your mom or something?
Which I don't understand because my mom's in Mitros last time I checked.
Is she though? Because if she's anything like
Oh.
you,
What's that supposed to mean?
I
Celine
think we all know
reappears
what
and
it's supposed
says,
to be.
"What? No, really, what is that supposed to mean?" And then you see stepping up from behind her is
It's this.
Oh,
skinny, robe-clad, blue-skinned tiefling with very
It's this
severe
tiefling
face
twink.
tattooing.
Chandra.
As Chandra
this
just kind of goes like this, "Hello."
NPC, I don't know.
Another NPC. I don't know.
Don't worry, my screen is totally not full of different NPC tokens at this very moment. Not at all.
Oh no.
Most of which Elena does not know.
That's okay.
Let's see. What's the TLDR for Chandris?
I just lean in. Should we know him?
Chandris is a proficient arcanist, a wizard, who had ties to Lutheria, however, promised you guys to show you the way towards the Pleasure Barge, the Hypnos, and the Nether Sea. It seemed that he may have had some kind of a change of heart, and you found him fairly trustworthy because he helped you guys pretty hardcore against Gaius and his dragon back in the day on the island of Yonder, helping Daphne kill the shit out of that dragon. Holy shit! Talking about kin killer. Fuck, that was.
I think he
that was
time
wait.
stopped at one point. I know he cast a 9th level spell. I just don't remember which one it was. I think he time stopped. He's also Estrella's best friend, which is going to be real awkward.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
He's Estrella's GBF.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
Correct. Hi, Yanni.
Hi, Chandris. How you
I s-
doing?
Good. I see that the academy is rebuilding really nice. Well done.
I didn't have much to do with it, but yeah, they're doing a good job.
From what I heard, you used the spells and things to help people with it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the hard work's being done by the people that are still there doing it.
Ugh, whatever. Without your great mind, it would never be built in the first place. Give yourself more credit. You slay. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next part. Hi, everyone. I have word from Estrella. She is on her way to get the ship. That is going not great, but it seems like she's making really good friends with the Fish Queen. So there is that. Oh, yes, and I've also been in touch with Estrella, helped out with different things. Unlike most of you, it's like you just forgot about her suddenly.
No, we knew where she was.
I know, but that's why I'm her BFF. In any case, hi. Long time no see. I heard you killed a Medusa.
More
Good
than
job.
one, actually.
I mean, you know what I mean. It's like the Medusa. The other ones are kind of
Fair.
whatever.
Fair.
Who did it? He kind of walks up there, casts prestidigitation, seems to kind of like materialize a little bit more, and puts a gold star on your shoulder. Well done.
Okay, this is a really interesting first meeting, but thanks.
You're welcome. I'm proud of you. Alrighty, should we just dig in, or are we waiting on more guests? Also,
This might be.
out of context for all of you, Chandra seems so much more chipper than he ever was when you met him in the past, by the way. Sorry, Elena. Keep going.
No, this might be rude, but why are you here?
That's because I'm a really good friend, and I listen. I listen so well. And I was listening to Celine and the things that she has been going through, and I'm just a really good friend. Just ask these people. I helped them. I still remember when you dislodged the jaw off of that dragon, by the way, Daphne. Terrifying. Also, horns? Beautiful. I approve.
Thank you.
Oh, for all three of you. It looks...
You seem very happy.
Thank you for noticing. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Any great news? Or just in general with the way things have been going?
Well, I mean, I should tell you, but then I just promise you're not going to do something drastic, okay?
I'm gonna grab the wine.
Good idea,
Just-
good idea. Everyone sit down, grab some wine, grab some food. Fantastic. Okay. Lara, you can sit down too. It's okay, you can sit down. It's fine. Why don't you sit down?
I sit down.
Thank you. So, long story short. Obviously, I joined you all.
Is it short?
No, for ulterior motives. Lutheria, in her little lucid moments in between, had tasked me to help her break out of the chains that Satan had placed upon her. Of course, I had figured that out on my own, and we were able to kind of communicate through a whole thing. Anyway, you don't give a shit about this, that's fine. But very important, you did it. My goddess is gone. She's no longer influenced by Sidon. You killed Sidon, which was fantastic. I could kiss you all for this. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy. Yes. I was promised many things, and I received them, and I'm just happy to be me.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you're so happy.
I am.
It's refreshing.
Speaking of, though, and I think this is the reason really that I'm showing up here today. I think all of you will need help with the Hypnos and the situation with the Ghost Lord kind of taking shit over and turning the hordes of demons probably against everyone who's living on Thylea. And I may have personal reasons to not want that to happen because I kind of live on Thylea and I don't want that to happen. So I want to help you. I'm going to help you, help yourself, see the best in you, and then kick his ass, fucking kill him for good, and make sure that he doesn't control thousands upon thousands upon thousands of demons. How was that?
Yep. Fair.
Cool.
Sure.
That was easy.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to have some wine. I'm going to have some cheese because we don't plan on an empty stomach, okay? Everyone, okay, what the... And as he kind of like starts wandering off, Celine just goes, well, thank you for not flipping out. I was a little worried that you were going to do your usual thing, so yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, and she produces the sword out of thin air. I promise you.
That's why we came here, right?
I promised you that I would give you this. I just want to make sure that is actually going to happen. And I trust you, Daphne, with it, okay? She kind of like uses the sword like it weighs nothing, just pointing it at you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Guys, I forgot what we promised her.
The god killing.
We're gonna let her destroy the god killing
The
stuff.
god
I can't
killing
do it
stuff
until tomorrow.
first.
She knows this
Right,
already.
okay,
I don't
yeah.
know why she
Cool,
keeps
cool,
bringing it up.
If you try to run away with the sword, I will bring you back here and trap you for
She's already said this once.
Okay.
I appreciate your consistent threats.
Yes.
We love consistency.
We just need some consistency in life, you know? People are always
Yes.
like, oh, I can show you a good time. But in the end, it's like 30 seconds and it's like, It's just terrible.
Okay.
Like I liked
Oh.
it too much just now.
I'm
was-
learning something
that
about
was
my
weird,
brother
right?
Hephaestus just
That-
now.
That sound she made, that was weird, right? That sound just me.
That was
It sounded like a donkey, right? Is she?
It sounded like a donkey
Listen,
in heat.
Don't knock it till you try it. Some minotaurs just look unfortunate, okay? But they can still do the deed.
I mean, hung like a bull, right?
Exactly.
I-
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I just
You're
lean
like-
over to Brissa. I'm just like, this is the weirdest end of the world shit I've ever seen.
You know, I think it's just stress. You know, they're just, people just don't think when it's this level of stress.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Us queens, we get it.
This is just rich people in the world shit.
Yeah. You know
They're
what?
concerned about other shit.
Not
We're good.
us queens.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Technically, your mom's the queen. So.
I'll kill her. I'm just
Ooh.
kidding.
Oh shit.
Uh,
No, you
Your
can
mom,
do it.
whose name you don't remember.
I was like, she's just mom. It's fine.
She'll just be a footnote. She'll be.
I'm just gonna keep eating my sushi. I think that's what I asked for. So just,
so, yeah.
weird cravings a week ago, so I'm just gonna eat sushi. Oh.
As with that,
Sushi's never a weird. It's just always the right choice.
food is laid out. You guys progress. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to chit chat about with Celine, Chandra's, each other as the afternoon just kind of stretches on into evening?
Like, this is the most exhausted Yanni's probably been in his life. And he just kind of like nibbles lightly at food and falls asleep in his chair.
There's like a cartoonish.
Like when my daughter was like in a high chair still, she literally fell asleep with a piece of pizza in her mouth.
Oh.
Like mid-bite. And that's kind of the point Yanni's at right now. Like he's like got a turkey leg or something. He's just like with the turkey leg like stuck to his teeth or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Would Celine
Snoring around it.
be able to teleport me so I could see the dragon creature?
You
That
go
they're
ask her, and
keep-
she goes, "Why? Why do you want to do that? It's gross."
I just
Ew.
want to study it. I just
Ew.
want to study it. Anything? No,
Are
well, I
you?
mean, no. Hey, have you seen the size of me and the size of that thing? There's just no.
I mean, there are ways, but okay, sure.
I
No
just
judgment.
anything I can learn about it would help you and the trickster keep it preoccupied and also keep you safe.
I mean, again, if it seems to sense the trickster pretty well until he uses his magics. I don't really have that. I can try to charm it, but if that doesn't work, we might get attacked. Are you okay with that?
You know what?
Oh, it'll be fun. She hooks her arm into yours and attempts to start to teleport you away. Do you interpret?
I let it. Yeah, I let her. You just see this look of worry, like, wait, what?
As with
And then I
that,
teleport away.
Celine and Darian disappear.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, suddenly there seems to be a flash of red magic. What appears to be fire turning and churning in a portal in the ground, and horns pull up as Pascal
Obviously, Lyra's
steps
friends.
Oh. Weren't you just here?
here.
No, that was there. Oh wait, sorry.
No. I mean, Mitro's in the general area, I suppose, yes. I've come for a report. Lyra, I'd like you to roll me a d6.
Okay. I got a 4.
Your troops have been successful in keeping at bay the monsters. It appears that we have not found the Kraken monstrosity. The other two are rampaging and are being led astray. So far, we've lost 2,000 troops in the effort. Would you like us to continue or pull the troops back?
Which, was it like 2,000 between all of them?
Oh, mostly with the dragon.
Okay. So there's just 2,000 just wandering around.
No, they have been destroyed, their souls returned to Hades, and they now fully belong to me.
No, I mean the 2,000 that I sent to go after the Kraken-looking thing, and if you guys
Yes.
haven't found it, that means they're just walking around.
Yes.
I guess, just send those 2,000 to the dragon, and if we find the Kraken later, we find the Kraken later.
Understood. The other 2,000, well, the 1,800 remaining with the Shadow Behemoth are drawing its attention away from Astoria currently. This should buy you enough time to revel, it appears.
I'm probably just gonna go to bed, actually.
With that, the fire gate appears under his feet and he just disappears into it.
So that's good news. No destroyed cities yet, I guess. But also a wandering tentacle monster somewhere.
Not ideal.
So Chandras, did you have like a plan or any
I
ideas?
was going to double check that you have maybe new things that you could do or something like that. Can you teleport in? I can give you the the little glyphs to actually appear on the ship itself. But just obviously, the Ghost Lord is immediately going to go, well, I'm going to kill you. So just be aware of that. I was going to check in with what your plan was with dealing with that.
Well, we came here to get sword so that we could free Thylea and hopefully convince him to work with us.
That's what that is for. Huh. Cool.
And we were just gonna kind of wing it from there, probably.
I see. Well, okay. That sounds like a plan. I give you the location and how to get there. I can give you a string of words to say that are going to shut down all of the enhancements and enchantments upon on the ship that the bearer of the ship usually receives. So that will go away. But I can't undo the chains. You're going to be able to do the chains. And hey, maybe if Thylea isn't completely raving mad, he'll help you.
Yeah?
Not a high chance of that being a possibility, but...
Well, I guess we'll just find out.
Fuck around and find out. I like it. Alright, well, I'll write that all down. I get the sense of not being welcomed here, and that is totally fine, so I'm going to go. But here is, and he takes out some parchment, lays it on the table, kind of pushes all the food and drink aside, and starts to scribble in the arcane runes to a teleportation circle on the ship. Kind of tucks that into Yanni's arms a little bit, and there you go. And then kind of walks up to you and writes down a bunch of words in Celestial and hands that to you, Lyra. And with that, you're going to be able to shut it down. Mechanically, it's going to take an action to say all of these words in a 6-second period. But when you say that, all the protections, all the enchantments, all the enhancements that somebody that might be controlling the Hypnos usually benefits from shuts down, which makes a hell of a difference in this fight. Your biggest obstacle that you will have to get over, of course, is the demons. There are going to be a lot of them. A lot of them. Technically the souls too, but I think, well, he's been kind of mobilizing for a while now, and it seems like he is taking those souls and is going to just run over all the places and just try to make more dead people. I don't know why, but I think the Ghost Lord is really never bent on killing everyone and creating just this undead world for himself.
Wow. So original, so creative.
I know, it seems kind of, I don't know. It's like, where does he think the next undead are going to come from? If he runs out, what happens then? Anyway.
Hey, Chandras, before you leave.
Yes.
So, Estrella is okay?
She's fine. She's actually working with a friend of mine.
Okay. Can you just give her something for me?
Sure.
And I'm gonna give him a hug.
Oh.
Make a tack hug.
I'm not
just,
a hugger. Okay.
No, well, you can give it to her.
Okay.
That's also a little bit of payback for him making me uncomfortable all those times. So she'll let go. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Brush off a bit of the probably grime from hugging him. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
Thank you.
And he teleports away. Darian, you appear not that far, not far enough away to the northwest of where you currently are, where the supermassive beast of Aladdin kind of like roars. You can see as their troops of these, some of them are winged, some of them have massive carapaces, some of them seem to be more fiendish looking, some of them are more insectoid in appearance, but thousands upon thousands of equipped fiends are kind of like keeping very tight battle formations, just poking and prodding, throwing javelins, firing off ballistae at Aladdin, trying to keep its attention kind of distracted. And you understand why. They're fighting a full-scale war against Aladdin here currently. And you can see where it's like its maws come down, you suddenly see as there's just a roiling breath, a cloud that expands upon the valley as it stretches between the different mountain peaks and just annihilates 200-300 of the fiendish creatures all at once, their bones sizzling as they turn to dust. Celine goes, all right, let's not stay here very long.
Okay. Darian is going to kind of try to tune everything out, and she's just going to focus on the creature. And she's taking every second that she has available to her to just study it and see, do any of the moves hit it like better than others? Does there seem to be a weak point? But really, she's trying to use her epic boon. So that's what she's trying to do. But she's studying to see, with all of that, what she can figure out about it.
Go ahead and use your epic boon. As your two eyes glow bright, and you see Celine kind of gasp and look at you. Why didn't you mention? But you're completely focused on Aladdin as her words just kind of turn into wom, 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 in the background. Which one of the three would you like to try to look up?
I think we had talked about resistances and immunities was what we're looking for.
You get the sense that it is resistant to all standard type of primal damage. So acid, fire, cold, lightning, all of the stuff that you could turn away with like an absorb elements, all elemental damage, it is resistant to. It is utterly immune to radiant damage. Completely immune, it seems.
Okay.
That. And then, as you get that information, kind of looking at it, and you can see the scales, the shimmer of it, it's almost like you zoom in and you can, it's weird. It's like you get a deeper understanding of it. There's like these weird little red zones that appear around the different things. Suddenly, 3 of the heads kind of look up, and then dozens and dozens more. As I let you go first. And with that, it is the Aladdin's turn. I need you to roll me a D100. Celine is going to also roll a D100. The one with the lower roll is going to get attacked by the Aladdin.
Oh, I'm gonna roll divine intervention this. Oh no!
All right, she got a 25. So she's just like, all right, can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Oh, it's just shit. And as the creature was easily like a quarter mile away, you guys are kind of like watching from a little bit of a bluff upon one of the mountain peaks. Suddenly, as the heads all turn around, you can see as the heads extend outward, like these hydras that have been retracted into the main body, trying to keep it safe. And suddenly, incredibly fast, literally just like stretching that distance in what feels like but a flash of the eye. I'm gonna need you to roll me another D100.
Okay. Oh, that's 2 D100s. You don't want that. You don't want 2 D100s.
You don't want that.
Oh. 37.
Okay. As you see, 37 of the hats snapping and devouring, lifting up Celine as she screams in pain. Lifting her up, consuming her, like ripping her left arm off as it goes flying away. She's like, ah! As with that, we'll say it's her turn. She kind of reaches back and teleports both of you guys away.
Jeez. Okay. It's
So this thing,
fine.
this thing has a reach of like 1,000 squares, maybe
Yeah.
more. Good to know.
As Darian and Celine reappear. And you see Celine just kind of like walk away with blood rushing from the missing arm.
How? But 4th level cure wounds? I'm just kidding. Like, I know it's not gonna help. I would cast a healing spell on her, even. I mean, I feel bad that happened. So if she let it happen, I would say, let me do that. I'm so sorry. Thank you. You gave us a lot of information. 20 more points of healing.
It barely does a dent. She was badly injured after that.
I figured.
Seems like that went well.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of really good information. And I relay to the group what I saw when I studied it. So I just tell them about, radiant damage really isn't going to do, it's immune. And then I say, like, any elemental damage we do, I think it would have some sort of resistance to, and it's got a pretty fast reach. That's what I would explain. So, at least we know that.
Is there anything that we can do? It seems like it's basically like it sounds like normal damage would hit it.
Oh, sorry. Like any non-magical weapon damage, it is immune to. But you guys have weapons that overcomes that shit.
Yeah, but I didn't see, like, when I studied it with resistances, you had said elemental damage, but what about, like, magical, like, piercing, magical, like, was it resistant to that as well?
You get the sense that it's much like a Sidon's. You'll need, like, a +3 weapon or greater to really do damage to it. Otherwise, it is resistant.
Okay.
It was not resistant to force damage.
Yeah, force or necrotic, right? Okay, so I explain that as well. I say, I think anything with force damage or necrotic damage will do. You do that now, right, Daphne?
Yeah, that's... Yep.
Yeah,
It's also pretty much all I could do, so.
Okay.
Oh, what about psychic?
Not resistant.
Okay, everything I can do will hurt it, so that's good.
Great.
No, so you got that one then, Lara? We'll get the other ones.
Yeah, I'll solo the dragon.
All
Okay.
Right.
Great. Just whenever Celine gets her arm back, I'll go
Leaving
check
you.
out the other one.
Actually, Daphne and I will go fight the dragon.
Yeah. I'm only I'm only laughing because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry. That's why I'm laughing.
Even my hex does necrotic damage. I'm A-okay, guys. Except my Crown of Stars, that would do absolutely nothing, but that's okay.
So we're gonna go down to the pleasure barge. Is that what's happening?
I think so. Yeah.
So we're
I
all
think-
okay
Well,
with
not
that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we
Yeah.
didn't really talk about it, did we? Are we okay with that?
We had talked about going to one of the cities to try to stop one of them before getting to the cities, but I guess we're okay for now.
It sounds like they're kind of being held off for the moment. I don't know how long that will last, but
So I guess the question is, who's the bigger threat? The Ghost Lord or my mom?
probably out of those two, probably the Ghost Lord.
Are we equipped to fight the Ghost Lord? Because I feel like together we're more equipped to fight Queen Helen.
Well, I mean, you almost got rid of her on your own, right?
Yeah, I was close.
Well, didn't we talk about how we wanted to check in with Carpathos? Right?
Yeah, but Yanni's
Yes.
tapped, so.
No,
Oh yeah, all of this is theoretically happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
We were gonna check in with Carpathos because, like,
Because she is backstabbing
Probably.
him too, technically, right?
yeah. I mean, Talieos is not a for sure,
Right,
but the Ghost Lord being out of the picture is probably not a bad thing.
right.
And-
Also, hordes of demons.
Yeah.
If he's still in the picture, so.
It also feels a little bit more achievable because and I look around, killed other gods before.
That's true. That's true. Oh, speaking of, Selena's still God, right?
Mhm.
Yanni, did you ever figure out what the rest of that stuff does?
The crazy makers?
No,
we
all
don't
of
know.
the stuff that we got from Oxena. We left while you were still identifying stuff.
Oh. God, I don't know. I would have kept working on that, but I don't know how much I got through.
It would have been everything at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to
I'll find a
remember what it
list.
was.
Hold on.
It was the Ambrosia.
Mm,
It was the ring of mind shielding, right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Cloak of protection, braces of defense.
right. And then the curse stuff, but the curse stuff is in the demiplane right now.
yeah. Oh, I wanted that cloak. Sorry, Elena remembers. I wanted that cloak.
Right. I know we had divvied out most of it.
Remind me who should have what. Because it's been a minute for me too.
The fight continues.
Oh, that's right. We left off with that.
I just haven't brought it up because we haven't talked about it since we all got back together.
Nope.
Maybe that's a discussion for the morning when we're all rested and we weirdly have a break. I don't know. That might be good.
Better do it now. We need to get going when we're ready in the morning.
Man, even tired, Yanni's the smartest of us.
That's why I'm saying he's the
Okay.
only one that's gonna survive this thing.
Keep it in teleport in my back pocket.
Oh.
Stay close.
Alex, because I saw that you had indicated as Bersa that you take the bracers of defense. Are you?
Oh, right,
You're
right.
wearing something? No, you're not wearing anything.
Because
you're wearing a
barbarian now.
You're wearing a breastplate. Yeah, with the bracer of defense, you have to be wearing nothing to get the benefit.
I'm not wearing the actual breastplate. I think it's just
Yeah, Brissa's doing barbarian defense now, right?
yeah. I'm doing barbarian defense. It's just for some reason it still says equipped. Thematic purposes.
Oh, right.
What are you getting?
Oh, right, there was the arrow.
Oh, it's from
I
the
forgot-
ring.
it's
of
from our
defense.
ring.
Yeah, from our ring.
Yeah, it's from our friendship ring.
The friendship
Yeah.
ring.
I forgot about the arrow of humankind slaying. Sorry, humanoid slaying. I forgot about that. We found that too, apparently. Nobody wanted the ring.
The ring of, I mean, Brissa will take the ring, just so that she can, in case Moxena is inside of it, right? Because we think that Moxena might be inside of that
That's the
ring.
mind shield.
Oh, right.
Mm,
We're worried that her soul got sucked into it.
Yeah, and if Moxena is in there, she wants to keep it in there,
right.
and then
yeah,
torture her for the rest of her existence.
that's
Forgot
right.
about that.
Good time.
Well, we can sleep on it.
Well, at least, okay, when we wake up, are we going to try to get in touch with Carpathos before we do anything? Or are we just going to go straight to the pleasure barge? that's something we should probably decide on.
Well, once we sleep, Yanni can just cast Sending, right?
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
it's
yeah.
he doesn't
You
have
mean
to
like
use
we
it.
actually go to Carpathos?
No, what I'm saying is if we don't feel like we need to check in with him in the morning, it just gives Yanni a little bit more when we go to the pleasure barge.
Got it. Got it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Yeah.
go in full. Do we have God-killing weapon? We have the Promethean fire. Okay, we're good. All right. Well, if there's items that we know people want now, we can take them so we can have their protection tomorrow. But whatever we need to fight about tomorrow, we can fight about tomorrow. But pleasure barge tomorrow. Is everybody okay with that?
Sure.
Yep. Okay. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I think I had too much sushi, and seeing Celine's arm get ripped off was really kind of scary. So I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah. I could understand that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pascal will probably show up in the next hour or so to tell me more people died. So.
Oh my God, he was here again?
Oh yeah, he showed up right after you left.
Ooh.
I was
To
left
tell
right
me-
before you showed up. Wait, are you the same person?
Are you Pascal?
Have we ever seen them in the same place? Yes, we have. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, but we've also seen Elena in one place when or Darian in one place when she actually wasn't there. So who's to say?
Oh,
Well, to be completely fair, I'm so tired I couldn't do it right now.
I was about to hit you just to see if you were doing it right now. I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, no, I'm not as tired as Yanni, but I'm pretty tired.
I actually, we short rested at some point. I think it was when we were on our way here. I have all of my spell slots back again. So, you know, if we want to, I don't know, I could cast Darkness.
I'm already asleep at the table. I'm already I'm willing this long rest to happen so bad.
Oh, wow. I do want to, I know we don't have rooms here because it's the God Temple, but I do want to go into another room for a stint for just a couple seconds. Because I want to see if my...
other boyfriends have left you?
No.
Oh. Too soon, Damon. There you go.
I want to see if my contact spell still works, because now I'm the fate, and I don't know what kind of paradox that would put me in.
You're just giving yourself advice at that point, that's all.
It's just a journal that opens up one of those self-help journals, you know?
Right. So I
Who
do
the
want to
hell's
just...
Tony Robbins.
I want to go into Celine's powder room, because she absolutely has one somewhere.
As you go in there, she's in there, and she's just like...
Oh, God!
Her arm has regrown. There's definitely, like, circles under her eyes, though. She's just like...
I expected you to be, like, in a bedroom, not the powder room.
I wanted to make sure it looked okay.
Is it, like, one of those weird regrowing baby arms?
It seems to have fully grown up by the time that you kind of walked in there, because you spent a lot of time outside. She's just, like, no, fully regrown, but you can see the blood.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'll cast Prestidigitation and clean up the blood.
I appreciate it.
I
What are
learned
you
that
doing
from
in here?
Yanni. I thought it was going to be empty, but I can go.
No. I'll go to my room. That's actually a good idea. You can use it.
It's literally going to be like maybe a minute. You can come right back.
It's fine. I can teleport anywhere I want to. It's fine. Goodbye. And she just teleports away.
Okay, I'll just sit down on probably an unnecessarily extravagant chaise lounge that she has in there. And I guess cast Contact the Fates and see if anything happens.
As you cast Contact
Oh god, it hurts.
the Fates,
Guys, I have 7 health left now.
as you just like your eyes roll back, and you're just like trying to feel it.
What if I knocked myself out on accident?
That'd have been
Sorry.
That would be so fucking funny.
Lyra just dies in the other room by herself. As that happens,
Forgot it does so much damage.
you have 5 questions, Lyra. What would you like to ask?
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Or what would you like to answer?
Ooh.
Because we still don't know.
My nose bleeds even more. I do pass out. I knock myself out just thinking about answering my own questions. I guess the first thing, the thing that would be at the forefront of her mind right now would be, is my family okay?
You feel your vision. It's like you're watching the back of your eyes, and then it's like light appears behind the skin, and you see what appears to be this thin membrane of your own innard surrounding your eyeball. You see as some of the capillaries there pop, and as they pop, you see them paint an image inside of the wall of your own eye. Roll me a D100.
Hey, this is cool, but also I hate it. Oh, not great. Or really great. I don't know how D100s work anymore.
It's okay. Elena's other character never figured it out either.
We love you, Coco.
I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Justice for Coco.
In the middle of a big bite too, so she can't even defend herself.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
What if I wish for Coco to show up in this game?
Oh my god.
We could,
That would be wild.
we could just keep bringing other
Amazing.
PCs into the game.
Amazing.
An NPC I know.
You see 2 shapes of bodies, 2 silhouettes. The bodies, as simple as they displayed upon the popped capillaries of your membrane, are scattered, crushed, and destroyed. The answer to your question of whether your parents are still alive is no.
I guess she'd start going down the list of people that are important to her then. So the next question would be, are the 5 okay?
Your eyes shoot over to, like, your body is just completely rigid at this point. The eyeballs just shoot to the right side as you see another set of capillaries pop open. You see...
Don't make me roll for this because I'll feel bad if I accidentally kill one of them.
You see the depictions of 4 dragons, shapen, roaring. You see in kind of like the 4 shapes of dragons, these silhouettes, are surrounding a ring in the middle, one to bind them, one to anyway, as it kind of like is there as well. And you know that Mitros seems to be
Right,
safe
Mitros
within
is
that.
still one of the 5 technically.
But then you see what seems to be a wreath forming underneath the ring. But the answer, though there seems to be more, is yes, they're fine.
Probably without even thinking, Lyra goes, probably out loud, "What the fuck is the wreath?"
You suddenly feel claws and paws upon your lap, as in your mind you hear Skia's voice go, "Oh, honey, you really need to get better with that. Desdemona did this all the time. You need to recover after, okay?" And she starts licking at you, kind of like your face. And at first it seems really sweet, but then you realize that blood must be running down your face.
Right, yeah. Okay. God, who else do we care about?
Rodus.
Oh God, I totally forgot that he would even be involved. Is Rodus okay?
Roll me D100. Your eyes shoot upwards as you're just kind of like almost moaning with the pain of like trying to resist as more of the membranes kind of pop open. You see a tall figure on what seems to be at the front of a formation of Hoplon soldiers. Yes, Rodus is alive.
I didn't doubt it for a second. Chandra's already told us Estrella's okay.
Daphne's mom. I'm just kidding. Don't roll for that.
I thought about it, but if Hephaestus is already going there, I'm just gonna leave it to chance.
Yeah.
I'm so confused still on this.
Don't ask if she's alive. Ask why is she over there? Why is she there?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah,
fair.
if you could do me a solid and just be like, hey, what the fuck? Please don't actually.
I guess. Is Bulldog okay?
Roll me D100. Your eyes shoot to another section. More capillaries burst. And this time you see what it seems to be a frolicking figure of a bullbug. Dancing, and what seems to be around a pole. You can see that there is more coloration to this one. A lot of the other images were just like shades of red, but this one really seems to kind of push through, and it's turning much more pink. And you can see that there's a bunch of different dancers all around Bullbug on a familiar stage. As you can recognize in the background, Rodus's brother, Daphne's brother. You can recognize Ambrosia, the siren as well. But it's just like this hue of pink. And what's weird too is like dancing around him, but like frozen in this, appears to be Ambrosia and the brother are both riding on like, you know, those little children's toys that have like horse heads on them on like a stick.
Oh, like the horses on a stick.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the two horses seem to have just like little unicorn things kind of coming up as they're kind of dancing around.
Of course they do. Yep.
Also, interestingly enough, you don't know how they exactly constructed that, but Bulbug is wearing heels, Minotaur heels, up on the stage.
That's my boy. Bulbug said, "I'm at the Pink Pony Club," and he meant it.
Mm-hmm.
You have one more, right?
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to
My
use it
engineer
for
brain's
something
trying to figure
useful.
out how Minotaur heals work.
Don't worry about it. I think if anything, it's just attached. Like the hoof is just down anyway, right? And then it just has
Yeah, that's what
the thing just like coming.
Well,
That's what I was coming up
it's,
with.
it's
Yeah.
really just like the normal thing, but like not.
Here's the thing.
Or-
They already make heelless heels that are shaped to look like hoofs when you wear them. So I would imagine that they
the
just
inverse?
gave him platforms on the bottom of his hooves. So he's just taller now. It's not necessarily heels. He just has platform hooves.
It's weird hearing the word hooves over and over.
Well, I like my men horny and hooved. So what can I say?
Oh my
Art imitates life.
Who were you gonna ask about for your last one?
I was gonna ask about Talieo's,
Which one?
Oh, which one?
the real one, the OG one. Not if he was okay. I'm not gonna use it on that. I think I'll ask.
Take a long time.
Right, that's what I'm worried about, and it's been brought up in conversation a few times. I think I'll ask. Will Talieos be able to help us?
Your eyes shoot forward, and it's now the back of your lids that you see, and the light is kind of streaming in. And you seem to see 100 arms coming off of a massive muscular male form. A face kind of screaming up in pain. You can see what seems to be a blindfold ripping open. And you can see yourself with a pair of the arms being torn apart in half. You see another one holding you up, kind of considering you. And a third one seems to be just choking out a depiction of the Ghost Lord. The answer is uncertain. As with that,
No.
and there's just blood as it just like, and your eyes have never burned and hurt as much as they do. Eskia just looks up towards you. Oh, honey.
I don't need it right now.
I know. That is actually why I'm going to go with Pascal. I did want to pass on some knowledge that Desdemona asked me to pass on. Are you done hurting yourself?
Never, but go on.
Okay. Well, there's a potential in you now. Could you please just lean down a little bit more? I need to be able to paw your forehead.
Are you gonna make biscuits on my forehead?
Yes.
Okay, I lean down.
And then she just goes, yeah. I just need to find the spot. Sorry. It's so slippery with all the blood.
You're so good, little baker Skia.
Thank you. All right, and there it is. And then she just begins to massage a spot on your forehead. And there's a weird sensation. It's almost like if you've ever had a moment where you just had like a crushing headache and then something solved it. Maybe it was an ice cold foot bath. Maybe it was throwing up. Maybe it was, I don't know, drinking the right thing in that moment. And it just clears up. That is the feeling that you get in that moment as you suddenly feel the world itself become translucent. Give me a second.
That's just my inner demons coming out.
The world turns translucent. As you can see, millions upon millions of fate strands make up everything in existence. You can see as these strands coil into the center mass of Skia before you, and there's just an incredibly bright turquoise light that emanates from her. It's so powerful, it's blinding to you. You look through and you can't quite see through walls, but it's like you kind of like going in between sides of like the real world, the physical world, and then looking towards the potential of things. As you look down towards Skia, it's almost like you see her kind of get up and kind of put a paw on your shoulder. And another thing, she seems to start to walk away. Another one, she's just kind of circling around you. Another one, she's sleeping on your lap. As you see them kind of like blur through like different possibilities, potentials. There you go. And she kind of settles there. I'm not going to do any of these. And she wipes her paw as all of these blurred possibilities disappear. And she just becomes solidly herself. The things that we could have taught you. But Desdemona did say that you're a willful one and you need to walk your own path. So, I have done what I was supposed to do. I think I will go with this Pascal. He's quite handsome. He knows how to treat royalty. And maybe we can catch up later.
Don't die.
Honey, I am invulnerable.
Yeah.
She kind of saunters out of the room.
I clean myself up because I'm covered in blood.
As you look down, you see that there is a blood splotch upon the floor that is unnatural. Sure, blood should have run down your cheeks and maybe dripped a little bit onto the floor, but there's way more blood than you would have figured there would be. And you see what seems to be a pool of it turn into long tendrils towards your feet. And kind of like where you roll on your knees, maybe. And then it just turns into a solid line. And there wasn't quite enough blood, but it seemed to try to fan out.
I definitely move away from the creepy tendril blood. Got it. Well, does it stay there?
Mm-hmm. Unless you wipe it up.
Yeah, I'll try and prestidigitation it away.
You do. The entire blood just glows green and then turquoise. And then you see the flakes of blood starting to fly up off of the ground and turn into dust.
Well, I will go back to the main room because I told Celine that I would leave.
With that, the evening turns to dusk. And in the protection of the Empyrean's palace, Celine does not make another appearance. She seems to be, well, hiding out in her chambers, it seems. Later that evening, the trickster appears, very haggard looking, sweat and blood and gore covering him, and he's just like, I don't want to talk about it. Your troops are holding up pretty well, but the beast doesn't tire. Fucking hells. Walks away on cloven hooves. As night comes, all of you guys sleep. Maybe some of you fitfully. Maybe some of you extremely soundly, Yanni. Brissa, you certainly could have made your way down towards the palace instead, if you would have liked. Or at least sent a messenger.
Yeah, we are like right there.
Yeah, I mean, she probably would have went and slept with her husband.
Ew.
And then went to bed.
Yeah.
Ew. Making eggs.
Make
No.
eggs. Yeah.
Bacon and eggs.
Making eggs. I cast this as
Remember when life wasn't this?
Yeah.
Akash is overjoyed to see you, to hear the news of Mexena defeated, terrified of the dragon that appeared. Of course, the remaining dragon riders have been trying to keep an eye on things, but there's only a handful left, so they've been watching it. They were terrified of these fiendish armies appearing out of nowhere until you explained that they're under Lyra's control, though Acastus is not necessarily completely swashed by that fact. Night comes. Darian. You sleep particularly fitfully this evening. As your dream seems to carry images and memories that are not of your own. The images are confusing, terrifying, exhilarating. I need you to make me a perception check, please.
Perception? I'm okay with that. No, I'm going to use my DM inspiration because I can do better than that.
And you'll
Just
get
one
another
more
one when we
D20.
wake up.
Just one more D20.
Yeah, I'm going to do,
Plus
yeah,
15.
D20 plus 15. Wow! I did worse.
22. There are so many images that make no sense, and to your mind it feels like taking a star-shaped block and putting it through a round hole that is 3 times too small. It just doesn't quite fit. You might be able to get like one of the corners in there like momentarily, but it just doesn't go all the way, you know. And as you're trying to wrap your head around this stuff, there is a lingering sensation, a lingering feeling, a deeper understanding that you gain that you're being shown something to see, something to understand, something to learn. But maybe it's the exhaustion, maybe it's RNGesus, but something is preventing you from fully understanding what you're trying to be taught. Everybody gets a long rest. Congratulations. It is the next day.
Spellbook. Spell.
My God.
Thank you, Elena.
I got you.
Appreciate you.
Look at her. She's all full.
Wow.
Ew.
Do we all get fate inspirations now?
Everybody gets fate inspirations now.
I feel so included.
Imagine if you didn't feel the need to inspire yourself.
You know what? After the way I perceived last night, I'm so embarrassed by myself. I'm like, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that.
As with that, breakfast menu is set up as you guys are getting some light refreshments, more wine. The Vile Trickster and Celine seem to already have a discussion, and he's in a particularly sour mood. But as you guys are starting to kind of make yourselves breakfast, getting ready with stuff, Bursa having arrived as well, did you want to bring Acastus or no?
Yeah, it would go over his head anyways. She'll let him know.
Nice. Nope, just the king. No worries. As you arrive up the stairs, and you guys are having the conversation, what you overhear is that the Vile Trickster is very concerned. He was able to do damage to the beast, but something wasn't right. Even when the troops and he concertedly together dealt mortal blows to the beast, it somehow clung on to life. And then tendrils of darkness escaped from the cracks in the ground where its claws had left deep ravines in the dirt, in the stone, in the rock. And as this dark shadow infused the titanic beast, it kept roaring. It kept annihilating. Pascal dutifully appears as well. Go ahead and roll me a d4, Lyra.
Hold on. I'm also giving Gift of Alacrity to Yanni. I gave my free one to me, and then my Fey touched one to Yanni.
Yep, you guys just have to remember it.
You said roll a D what now? Sorry.
D4, please.
Oh no, a 1.
Pascal reports with a certain amount of pleasure. The troops held fast. Many hit and run
Oh, it's
tactics
better. I don't know how it works.
were able to survive. You still retain about 7,000 of your troops.
Tight. Did Skia find her way back to you?
He looks to his shoulder where she just like materializes. She has. No, I am not your servant. No, we're not the royal posse of Skia. Yes, I will take care of you, but only because I liked her. I told you I don't sleep with clients, so you can leave that insinuation out of my mind.
Well, you also don't die. Please.
If I were to die, you could always come find me in Hades. And maybe one of those days I will no longer be your client.
Oh, that's true. I can't just go there now.
Indeed. If there's nothing further, no updates to your commands.
Go ahead and split them 50-50.
Yes. A wise choice. The shadow behemoth has been making its way towards Astoria. It appears that King Rotus has been leading a charge against the beast. Many of his troops have perished.
Actually, keep 3,000 here. Send 3,000 there. Take a squad of 1,000 to keep looking for the tentacle one.
Yes, my fate. Come on, Skia.
Oh,
As-
Pascal.
In your mind, for a half second, you hear just a telepathic message that says, I don't work for you.
Lyra, your ex is a dick. I was gonna tell him about what I learned about the creature, but you know what? Fuck him.
Well, my response to that is, yeah, he is, and yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Celine suddenly gets very tense. So she's like, what? What is he doing bringing him here? And she looks over to the trickster,
no.
who's just like
Oh,
at first
no.
kind of confused.
Oh, no.
And then looks
We
towards
don't
the
have time for
staircase
this.
that's like behind the fog that is kind of covering the entirety of the palace. He chokes on the wine. The fuck do we do? As the two of them kind of look at each other, suddenly the fog just peels back, revealing the staircase that Brissa had ascended earlier. And you see a battered, beaten, and bruised Hephaestus.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Running him.
Uta.
He kind of
God,
drops
I
to
thought
his
it was gonna be
knees
the Ghost
and
Lord.
just collapses to the side. When his form collapses, you see another three forms walk up the stairs. First, at the
Someone
head
be
of
like,
the group, you see Leto,
okay.
Thank God.
Daphne's mother.
That's your mom's name. That's right.
Upon her
Yeah,
wrist,
Jared Leto. Yeah.
upon her
No!
wrist, you can see deep binding marks where she was clearly shackled and restrained and tried to fight against it, and there's just like bloodied, bruised marks. You can also see the same thing is kind of like around her neck as she walks up. Daphne. And she just kind of like walks over towards you as she just wraps you in a big embrace. Behind her, you can see the stern form of Carpathos, weapon holstered.
Oh.
As Celine and the Vile Trickster both tense, are just like looking at each other. Carpathos sees Yanni, nods towards you. I believe we have things to discuss. But first,
Yeah.
Esletu kind of like steps aside.
Okay,
And
number 3 is a 50-50. Is it a good guy? Is it a bad guy? Is it a good guy? Is it a bad guy?
Carpathos looks past Yanni and towards Daphne. I know you don't trust me. I've made amends. Too late, it seems. 2. He looks towards your mother first. Then towards you, Yanni. And you somehow know, in your heart of hearts, that Carpathos being here now can only mean one thing. Helen is dead.
Oh.
Oh.
You can just go ahead and mark that off the list.
He turns around and kind of looks at the figure behind him, and you see a beautiful
I
young
fucking
man
knew it.
stepping up, platinum golden blonde hair cascading in beautifully, perfectly curled locks around him. A golden wreath sits upon his brow. As he steps up, the golden eyes look at all of you. The pecs dazzle you, Darian, sorry, as
This NPC.
this...
This is not a brain anymore, is who this
Yeah.
is.
Oh, that's right. This is the yes. Oh my god, yes. Okay, it's all coming back to me.
It
now.
is almost as if you're looking at a younger, maybe hotter, I'm going to let you be the judge of that, of course, version of Helios as he steps up.
All right.
It was the wreath that showed up in my vision.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, hey again. Sorry again, Lyra. I didn't really mean to do that, but I was kind of... And he kind of looks, still with kind of fear towards Carpathos. The man has his hands behind his shoulder, behind his back, as he kind of looks over to Narcissus and says, Northus, you have nothing else to worry about from me. I believe there's a lot we have to discuss. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. See you guys here shortly. And decide who's getting what at the end of that. God damn it.
Oh god, we have to do it in the break?
Big moon.
I guess
And
do
we're
we?
back. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're just handling some of the divvy out of the loot.
David, I want this ambrosia on my character sheet.
Oh my god.
I think there were 2 people that wanted it, so I'm gonna let you guys.
I literally said 50 times that Clancy said I could have it.
Did she? I didn't.
Yeah,
I
she
haven't
did.
heard that yet. That's
Yep.
Clancy.
Hey,
Should I give
Tyler?
that to Tyler?
I don't feel like
Tyler, now
writing
that
about
David's
this
back.
anymore.
Psych.
Yeah. Taking all that help and just pushing it back. No, just
That's
have
fine.
it. Just have
I
it.
wish that I'm not here anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure.
Who currently
How
has the
original.
ambrosia?
I would assume
Nobody?
probably one of the people that were dealing with it.
I don't know that you ever put it on anybody's character sheet. We were trying to find it earlier.
Just kidding. I found it.
Also, I want to give Bristol
Argenti.
before I forget.
You gonna do what?
Give Bristle foresight
Oh, thank
because
you.
I don't have to give it to myself anymore, or Darian, or Daphne.
Yeah, it kind of eliminates the who you need to give it to.
Yeah, and I killed Argenti, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I gave it to him last time, and he got himself killed. So woo-ee.
Ooh.
Don't get yourself killed, Brissa. I guess I don't know.
I will try not to.
Don't turn on us and try and go crazy. And well, actually, now that I think about it, the reason Argenti went crazy is because he wanted to worship a dragon god. And out of the rest of the party, you would probably be the most likely to betray us all for a dragon god.
Valid.
I mean, but really, wouldn't she want to be the dragon god? So,
Yeah.
like,
I think she'd rather be the dragon.
That kind of sounds
Daphne does come
worse.
from a long line of Bahamut worshippers, or
guys, I'm
current
not
equivalent.
worried. I can put down another one of you. That's fine.
Should I give it to Yanni? I just figured it would help Brissa not miss, but
It makes more sense for
Yeah.
me.
She doesn't miss. It just takes her forever to kill.
That is
Your
true.
little-
That is true.
little speed
This foresight gives me like double my speed.
it doesn't. It doesn't do anything involving your movement speed.
You know what? Brissa, I could cast Longstrider on you, and it was so I get to where we're going.
Oh, you know what we should do with that wish? Did we decide what to do with that wish yet? What we should do
We
with that wish is
didn't.
wish
I mean,
that
I was
might do force damage or something useful.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. That actually is smart. Yanni, see? I've said it like 3 times already. You're the only one who's going to survive this.
I mean, technically, I have a fate blessing of force that affects Titan, so I don't know if the fates can
I don't know
alter
if there's
that to affect
giant
monsters.
beasts. I don't know.
Kind of new to the job. I'm not sure.
Your teacher's
Oh, that
no
does
longer
necrotic.
there.
It does.
It seems that the ins and outs of being a fate has left with a kitty cat.
Sorry, I look at the other NPCs. I'm so sorry. We're just trying to figure out some stuff really quick. Just give us 1 second. And then
They're having breakfast. They're like there's just like
okay,
great
good.
conversation about stuff like that. It's like, can you believe that republicanism almost like cropped up in Eresia as like democracy?
I know, that's a joke. So,
It was going to be a
To the
true
godless
democracy, no
heathens.
republicanism involved.
hey guys, before we
Because
go
true
and like pretend we know what we're doing, what are we doing?
Okay,
We should
so
really go into like
up as we go along, just like we always have.
okay, but like we should go into it pretending like we didn't start making it up as we go
Okay,
along.
okay. So I'm gonna fill you in on what happened in the last hour.
Okay.
Chandras gave us a teleportation circle to get onto the pleasure barge.
That was yesterday.
Right, the last hour in real time. He gave us a teleportation circle to get onto the pleasure barge.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a spell to recite when we get there to basically nullify all of the enchantments of said pleasure barge that the Ghost Lord might be using.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use Titan's Bane to free Thylea. Oh, by the way, I took a little me time to see if my divination works still for contacting Desdemona. It did still work. Still don't really know how. But I asked if Thylea could help us, and it was neither a yes or a no, which is better than just a solid no.
Okay.
Also, Bullbug's alive. Also, the rest of the dragons are alive. And also, who else did I ask about? Outside
Rodus.
of my...
Rodus.
Oh, and Rodus is alive.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Never doubted it.
So anyways, back to what I was saying. We're going to cut Thylea out and hopefully convince him to help us or find a way for him to help us or, you know, push the pendulum in our direction so that he ends up being on our side. And he'll help us fight the Ghost Lord.
Who can talk to him? Like, what do we think he speaks?
That's a great question. Probably Giant.
I can
About
say
that?
I can say giant.
You can say Jet real
You say
good.
Giant.
Good job. Good job, Darian. I
Okay.
can't. So, but if he speaks Celestial, I could talk to him then. If he just speaks Common, great. If he speaks
Or
none of
Ghost
those, I also speak Draconic and Sylvan.
So
So
Daphne is gonna cut the chains.
probably the best one to do it. Yeah.
So then is it Brissa, Yanni, and myself are keeping the Ghost Lord distracted?
It's only going to take me 6 seconds to do the spell that Chandris gave me, so I can be anywhere else after that.
Okay.
So if Daphne also speaks Giant, probably safest to have her do the chains and hopefully be able to talk to him if he's not insane. I don't think anyone else is coming with us on this excursion. I think everyone else is going to try and help with the giant beasts.
Yeah.
We also don't know what Carpathos is going to tell us. So,
Well, at least we have a plan. We have a good plan. Solid plan. We know what we're doing. Also, Brissa, is Scylla coming with us to the pleasure barge? She seems a little young for that.
I mean, she knows what making eggs are, so it's fine.
Oh, you guys finally
Yeah.
went over that? You finally explained what making eggs was?
Yeah, I told her a stork comes and just lays an egg down, you know.
Mama,
Oh,
I actually
okay.
watched
No.
Daddy.
Oh,
no.
Helios
What?
make
No.
eggs. I
No.
am
Um,
No, Scylla,
hate
we don't
that.
watch people do that. We don't watch people, especially your dad. You don't watch your dad
no,
do that.
I don't. Well, I mean, he's not my. Augustus is my dad.
Okay. Okay, you know what, Scylla?
Also,
When
I
this is
don't-
all
it's
over,
not like I find it attractive. It's really weird when monkey people just start. Ew.
Brissa, I need you
Cavorting.
to
The word is
tell your.
cavorting.
Needing to be so far attached for this conversation. Actually, I
Sorry.
am far attached for this conversation. I'm hugging my mom and my boyfriend. So
I really need you to stop having her call people monkey people. That's very offensive.
Does anyone remember what the little blood slash on our tokens means? I don't remember what
It
that
means
means.
that your ring went off and the death word will not.
Right,
reflect for another 7 days. 6
right.
days now.
Got it.
This is
got it.
day 6. This is day 6. Okay.
No.
Well, 6 days left before we get
Oh.
it again.
Oh, oh.
It's
Cool,
every
cool,
7 days.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah.
We are, how you say, fucked.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
The
Just
three of
don't
you.
go unconscious.
Exactly.
No, if I'm gonna go down, it's gonna be full death. You know, just commit to it.
If we use the wish to bring the dragons here, I'm pretty sure Valis has Death Ward.
We don't need to wish them here. Can't.
Use
Well,
wish on teleport?
It would be faster. I don't think any of them can teleport.
They might be making eggs, though. You don't want to
Talking
interrupt
about
that.
Velos?
I feel like that's
Oh,
definitely
Not
a
with
way
each
to
other,
wish.
David.
Can Valis
Related.
teleport? I don't remember. I was
I'm
only
pretty
her
sure-
for like 1 day.
I'm pretty sure Velos was the one that teleported us all as dragons, if not Vulcan. One of them did.
Yeah.
You
It
guys
definitely
were
wasn't Pitor.
teleported, yes, but that was through the. You have access to people that can teleport you.
Mm.
Let me
I was
put
gonna
it this
say,
way.
wait.
You
What a-
guys are level 20 demigods who have been hyper juiced with shit, have control over Mitros through the Queen. There's an academy of wizards that can cast really powerful shit. Yes, you guys have access through shit. Stop acting like level 1 players. My god. Get your shit together, people.
Darian's gonna into the void. Somehow we teleport the dragons here.
She makes a good point.
They all kind of like look at
Like-
each other as the Val Trickster goes, I'll message them. They'll get you.
Thank you.
I just
We-
told
I
You're
appreciate
the
you.
best.
Thank you.
Love
Stop
you. He's
yelling.
literally right there,
right.
Tyrion. He's
Oh,
right there.
You don't have to.
I'm
Thank you, though.
I'm just, you know what? It's my eyes that are really good, and my ears. I forget other people. I think other people's ears aren't as good,
Wouldn't
but you're a
that mean
god.
that you shouldn't be more sensitive to it?
No.
Like, ah! And he kind of
No.
screams as you're like, ah.
Oh god damn! No, I forget your ears are powerful. I'm sorry. Look at this breakfast. Awkward
Smooth.
segue. This is
That was
great.
Squirrel.
Fantastic.
Hey, DM.
Hi.
Hey,
What's-
how many things happen at once when I pour myself an ambrosia mimosa?
Oh no!
Yes. Yes, the snorts. Let's see here. I gotta read that fucking shit again.
How many things happen at once? I'm pretty sure I get younger. I also become immortal. Like
I mean,
age
aren't you already effectively, though?
Yeah. I also get +3 to my charisma, and then a ring of regeneration effect, right?
Mhm.
I think that's everything.
Sorry, I'm still reading it.
Oh, also I can cast Dominate Monster because my charisma is 20 or higher.
Yes.
But do I get drunk? That's what I want to know.
Roll me D100.
Oh, right in the middle.
You do. Stupendously drunk. You are happy in a way you've never been happy before. It is clearly delirium. It is
Too
clearly
true. Too true. It's too
It's
real.
just-
I take it all back.
you just lose yourself in the happiness and the success of drinking it and the success of talking Daphne out of drinking this because it is good fucking shit. The rest of you all, Lyra's already fairly young looking.
Yeah, I think we
Every-
decided that I'm 32 when we were talking about this.
Every single scar that you have, every single start of maybe one gray hair in your mane, or maybe one feather that started to maybe fade just ever so slightly, which like at your scale probably wouldn't have really happened, but like an imperfection in a feather, everything disappears. You are perfection. Even Celine goes,
That's gonna go straight to her head. Lyra, promise me you won't look in the mirror. Promise.
I wish there was a way for me to just apparate a mirror.
What if you just wished for a mirror right now?
I cast wish. I want a mirror. I wish for a mirror that always follows me around. No.
Some people would think you like drunkenly ask for mirror image, but like,
Permanent mirror image, though?
oh god.
So, Carpathos.
Who's the only one who's not currently eating? Well, that's not true. Hephaestus is passed out on the side. And Leto, by the way, has been kind of like... There's something she's holding back as well. She sees Darian starting to approach Carpathos. She kind of nudges you, Daphne, and says, "We should be part of that conversation."
And she's just like cradling Hephaestus.
He'll be okay. He's a big guy. That's a
Okay.
joke. Let's go.
Okay.
Just because I had been. Oh, go ahead. Do your thing.
No, go ahead.
Do your thing.
Do
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
I was gonna say Darian still doesn't have really great people skills, so she's definitely like eating while also approaching Carpathos. I'm just picturing like I was earlier, her bowl of fruit that she's just eating while also being like, "Hey, Carpathos, really quick, just a quick question for you."
As long as Carpathos isn't eating while we're talking.
Yeah. His arms are behind his back in the military-ish posture. He nods towards you. Have you concluded
Yanni!
your...
So, I'm so sorry. This is too I just feel like Yanni should be here too. I'm so sorry.
I'm right here.
Should we just invite Brisa?
Yeah. Lyra's drunk. We'll ignore her.
She's just
Brisa!
like,
Wow. For the first time in the last 3 years, I'm finally happy.
Oh.
So sad.
Yeah.
you
And my
Crystal,
parents are
come
dead.
the four of you approach as Carpathos nods towards you, Brisa. Queen. I apologize for not announcing my arrival. There wasn't much time. Darren, I believe you have
Hold on one second. Okay, so we know. Don't do it. We know what happened in Themis on our end, but what happened with Queen Helen where you were?
His thick schnauzer beard seems to kind of like almost prickle like a porcupine raising its needles, and you can sense the aggravation. His veins seem to bulge up with anger, and there's like almost this red glow inside of them. She thought better of our agreement. She acted on her own, and she attempted to strike at you all. And she did. For that I apologize. I was otherwise engaged and did not notice that she had done so, trusting her, trusting that she would fall in line. Apparently there was misplaced trust. Hephaestus, he looks at the massive titan, just kind of like, or not titan, the god kind of just like on his side, kind of like, and he looks fucking worn and beat to shit. Above table, he has like an exhaustion 4 right now.
Poor baby.
As Carpathos continues. Hephaestus went to strike at your mother. And in doing so, discovered another plot. His eyes land on Letos, and her eyes are just downcast. Would you like me to tell the story? No. I will do so. You see the old gladiator kind of roll her shoulders. The starting to get old but still toned muscles kind of stretching. Daphne, I'd like you to make me a perception check, please.
Hey, Elena, could you? Well, can I roll in Discord? I don't.
Oh,
I mean, you can't.
fuck.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Oh no!
That's
Well, so your perception's a +0.
I'll
yes,
just roll me
yeah,
a straight
yep.
20 if you would.
Okay.
It's at advantage.
Wait, shit. I haven't rolled anything in Discord in so long. I feel like.
I think
I could do
it's
it right here if
something
you
like
want.
that.
We could see what's better.
Bang our space.
You roll one, I roll one.
I'll roll one, you roll one. Yeah, it's fine.
Clancy, you can try
Yeah.
this one. This should do it.
Okay. We'll try. You know, this. What is this bot's name again? Avery really hates my guts, but we'll try it. Just. Hold on. I did something wrong.
I might have typed it wrong.
I don't know.
I don't think it does the KH for that. Fuck. What is it for
Oh.
fucking average? Just roll 2d20.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Does
Sorry.
it not? I thought it did.
It does, but it's probably like a different expression.
Okay, we'll take the 19.
Okay.
Solid 19.
Amongst the bruises upon the collar of her neck, you notice 2 pinprick holes. They almost just blend into the bruising around the neckline. As she goes,
Just realized what you said.
I let myself be caught. Helen seemed to have planned this for a while, and I found myself whisked away. She had me in the basement, and she kind of reveals her neck and kind of points at that. Did this to me. I was very confused. I thought it was a sex thing, honestly, the first time that,
Oh,
that it happened.
Okay, I know humor is kind of how we get through this, but like,
It's all I have left, I guess. She kind of looks over towards Carpathos. She has been infected with the same curse that I carry. A divine vampirism that was bestowed upon me by Lutheria. To make this clear, I have used the power of a divine spell to attempt to rid myself of this condition. It is not possible. He looks towards Leto. She's like, what he's saying is I'm going to turn into something like him and Helen. But you're no longer under her thrall. Hephaestus almost died. When I noticed what was going on, at first I thought that you all had betrayed us. But then I realized the plot, the ploy, and my honor was besmirched. We do not attack blood. We are all that we have against the wanton destruction, the sins of the gods. And he looks over towards Celine and the Vow Trickster as they're just like, your mother is going to turn into a vampire. She already is technically, but, well, I came here for 2 reasons. First, with the advent of these giant beasts that have been released, which I have some knowledge on, I believe the end times have been ushered in. This is the prophesied apocalypsis, the end, at the beginning of the Age of Ash. I was hoping that we could prepare more before this happened, but now that it is here, we have to deal with the consequences. I believe that the time for me, and he kind of looks down upon the hilt of the weapon at his side, the part of the caduceus that he holds, that I must give this up so that one of you can ascend. But I will reiterate that I believe that no more gods should exist to rule over Thylea. Celine and the trickster are extremely quiet at that. He turns towards you, Yanni. You are the only one that I'm willing to give this weapon, to bind it to you. Its blood is already mine. I have changed the caduceus over the centuries, and none of you will be able to use it. But you, Yanni, you will be allowed to use it. In fact, you will have full control over its powers, changing its condition if you'd like. I have seen in you, for the first time, a hope for the future. To place power within the hands of all. I thought you mad. I thought that you were wasting an opportunity, but I think you are right. So I will bestow the caduceus upon you. As to your mother, he looks at Leto, and then at you, Daphne. She will be free. She will live forever. Let her and me together watch over the divine artifacts, as we had agreed upon. She will be the other guardian, not Helen. I believe she is someone that you could trust implicitly.
Ma, is this something you want?
Of course it's not fucking something that I want, but it's not precisely much of a choice at this point. Fuck. Sorry, child. What I wanted was to live a simple life on my vineyard. Me and Darius, spending whatever youthful years we still had left in our bones. And then maybe die a quiet life, regretting some parts of it, but never you. That is what I wanted. But, well, shit. This is the hand that we were dealt, and this is how we're going to play 10 tiles now, so.
David, but I feel like maybe I could wish it away.
You can absolutely try.
I love when you say that. I hate it. Okay, cool. I think like she definitely noticeably looks at the Promethean fire, so those that get it. But she won't say anything just yet. She'll just nod. So she's dead?
Carpathos nods. I found the reliquary within which I stored her ashes. Then I burned it on the island of fire. She will never rise again.
That sounds more like a lich. What kind of weird shit's going on in this family?
He nods. Yes. In fact, I believe it is what Damon ultimately used to create his own lichdom, the curse that Lutheria placed upon me. Without the hunger. Other goes, I have a question. What do you mean with hunger? Carpathos goes, it is something that we will need to discuss. Yeah, like right now, perhaps?
Oh, well.
You will never be able to taste again. Food will turn to ash upon your lips. Meat will crumble to dirt on your teeth. Wine will taste sour and simply curdle inside of your stomach. You will find yourself retching it back up. You are no longer alive, but you're also not quite dead. But you will feel hunger. You will feel the veins of those living around you, their hearts a pounding rhythm of attraction. You will want to sink your teeth into their flesh and draw upon their life. Fucking gods! Shit. There's no way around it? Carpathos goes, I've tried for 5 centuries.
Not even like a powerful wish spell?
Oh, that is what you call it these days. Yes, I've tried everything from Divine Intervention, Ring of 3 Wishes, Ifriti Bottle. I pled to the DM in the sky. Nothing helped.
They never listen.
There's suddenly crackling in the sky.
Oh god. Just kidding.
Take it back, take it back, take it back!
You're great. You're all powerful.
Suddenly it just shows your account on certain kind of websites online. It's just like starting to appear in the sky. You're just like, what the fuck?
I got to delete the history, so I'm just kidding.
Incognito.
Guys, if I die, delete all my books. Just get rid of all my books.
Germans are like, we cannot burn books anymore, okay?
Oh, you're right. We'll just throw them in the trash.
Yeah, just
Much better.
Or just
To
give them away.
recycle
Don't
them.
say
Or
where you got them.
We'll donate them.
Donate them. But don't say where you got them from. And
Why is there a
don't-
stamp? It has her name on it on each one of the front pages.
Property
God.
of Miss Alina.
Miss Elena, too.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry about your mom, Daphne.
He's so
Guys, it's like the end of the world. I don't know how how to act in this
No,
situation.
you know what? Yeah, it really is the end of the world. I'm kind of feeling numb. If anything, I'm just pissed I failed at beating Helen. So, this is where we're at. Mom, I'll try to help. I'll try to find a cure.
Or I could just, and she kind of looks towards the edge of the thing, and she's the mountain, and she's just like,
Yeet. I'm
Carpatho's
drunk.
kind
I'm
of puts up her hand,
sorry.
like, you would come back.
Oh,
Mhm.
We could destroy your remains thereafter permanently, but it's not that easy.
Maybe Damon knows something. We can.
Carpatho's kind of tenses up as he hears the name. Maybe.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Everybody with that name is an asshole. We know.
just the
No.
worst
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
His namesake was quite nice back on Kryn.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Well, great. Yeah. Please don't make comments, thoughts like that, Mom. Please don't.
I'm just trying to prevent myself being an undead creature for the rest of
No,
existence, eternity.
that's fair.
I
That's
guess
fair.
it's not going to last very long with those things running around. Sorry, Darian and I think, have very similar senses of dealing with high stress situations.
It just.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to avoid the awkward feeling inside, and when people get quiet, you kind of want to fill the void with something.
Mhm.
All right. Are we? I'm just gonna look to the rest of the group. So what are we doing?
I thought the trickster was going to send those dragons a message. But I mean, we're good to go now if we want to go. We were just going to ask for a quick little death word, but that's fine. Fine.
Oh, I sent out a message. They said that they're scouting on the Ladon, trying to formulate a plan. The Dragon Riders are with them.
Okay, so they're doing
Fellow
something
said that
important.
they can just request the Academy to do it. We can
That's fair.
teleport you. You could have just asked
You know
us.
what?
We are gods.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
you
we've
guys are
asked a lot of
dealing
you
with-
already.
You
like-
did. You absolutely
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, but
So are you mad that we didn't ask, or mad that we?
I'm not quite sure how to read this energy. Okay.
So fucking tired.
You're muted, Yanni.
That's what I get for not making you guys listen to me blow my nose.
Appreciate it.
But the ambiance.
There probably is some sniffling going on around this room right now. You guys are gods. Can you do anything about this curse on her mom?
Celine kind of looks to the trickster. The trickster goes, all right, all cards on the table. I already tried to destroy Carpathos, and it didn't work. Carpathos slowly turns towards him. So that was you. Hey! No harm, no foul, huh?
That was yesterday. It's a new day. New alliances. New friendships. But yeah, but
To be
I
fair,
feel like
you were hell bent on destroying gods. So
yeah.
he's a god. Makes sense. But I'm not talking about destroying. I'm talking about like
They both
she
look at you.
hasn't turned yet. She hasn't turned yet. Right? Can you
Carpathos kinda goes,
contain the curse?
I don't know. I am under the impression that once it has passed into the host, once it has reached the heart, it is too late.
I'm just thinking outside of the box a little,
You're good at that. Direct democracy.
I mean, that was a joke. We all know that's not. But a republic could.
Yeah, but we need to have, I don't know, a group of people who can actually make the choice afterwards. You know, it's like give them the illusion of voting for something, but it's actually the small group that votes for the ruler.
See, that's a slippery slope. You can't even give them the illusion that they're in control. That's just right, Brissa. We don't play that game.
Yeah, you can't do that. Plus, people they make bad decisions sometimes, right? So
Yeah.
it's better just to have people, have the decisions made for them sometimes.
It
Next thing
really
you know,
just
you end up with a bunch of old senile men just battling it out with words they don't understand what they're even saying anymore.
yeah, it really just makes sense that you pick one family and whoever they birth is probably the right person to be king or queen.
It makes sense. I mean,
It really does.
and also, like theoretically, I'm immortal, right? If I don't, don't really
Yeah.
age. So good.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard some people talk about term limits. Like, what's that? Anyway, we've devolved.
On this night of all nights? On the eve
Yeah.
of the first presidential debate? No.
Daphne, if there's anything you want to try to help your mom, I mean, I used that to bring my mom back.
Sounds like maybe it won't work. And no doubt, I'm sure there's feelings that I could use it for something better. Though I would argue otherwise, but I don't know. Originally, I was gonna try to bring the Hunter God back, but
I have another proposition. I am under the assumption that you now possess 2 of the divine artifacts in your possession.
And you just said you're going to hand me the third.
No take backsies.
I've not agreed to it fully yet. Also, take backsies. This new
It's something.
It doesn't
Amazon.
translate well from.
Sorry, that's an
Amazon.
Amazon thing. I'm sorry.
That's one of those culturalisms that just doesn't. It just doesn't
It's-
make the
It's
joke.
only the most absolute oath.
shut up, you're drunk, Lyra.
Ah!
Sorry.
Oaths don't work anymore.
Alright. Stop being so awkward. Carpathos, come on. Out with it.
Awkward. I'm trying to be direct. It is
Well,
almost
alright.
impossible in this
Pauses, sorry.
I don't like the idea of making any more gods. And I give this to Yanni on his oath and promise that afterwards, after you've done using the artifacts to defeat these beasts and what comes after, we put them away forevermore. That your mother and I, and anyone who pledges themselves willingly, consensually to the cause, watches over these artifacts henceforth.
What's coming after?
His eyebrow goes up and he looks towards Celine and the trickster. You did not tell them. Celine and the trickster kind of uncomfortably shift in their seats. I mean, there wasn't exactly a reason to do that yet. I mean, one problem at a time, am I right? Yes, we don't know for sure what is going to happen next. The scrolls were clear. The sirens foresaw this. They knew of this. The fates laid it out. The Furious confirmed it. Yanni, I apologize.
So what's up?
When the world was created, Kentimani created these beasts that you now fight as means of controlling his children, some suppose. It is prophesied, rumored, and theorized that upon the defeat of these creatures, when the age of apocalypse has been ushered in, Kentimani will rise and lay waste to the land of Thylea, all of its occupants, that Kentimani will wipe the slate clean and start anew.
I have so many questions, but they're pretty much all for Thylea, and she ain't talking these days. I don't suppose, looking at the trickster and the moon maiden, I don't suppose, being deities, you can talk to Thylea, can you?
I mean, I haven't tried that. I mean, who just talks to the ground, but like, hey, what's up, dead goddess?
No.
How you doing?
Not the physical Thylea, the essence of Thylea.
I mean, she's dead. What are we going to talk to?
So's he. And he's been standing here talking for a half an hour.
Harpocus goes, well, technically, I'm undead.
Fair enough. But you take my meaning.
I do. What were we supposed to do? Just pray to Almighty
No,
Thylea?
talk to her.
Kind of
Maybe like a grandchild talking to grandma. Because that's the closest approximation to your relationship I can come up with.
Okay.
I need to understand why she sacrificed herself like this. What was she trying to prevent or protect whoever from? That's the only possible reason.
She didn't sacrifice herself. Celine
Wait,
goes,
what?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is what your people believe now. Oh, no. Kentimani killed Thylea in a fit of rage. He drowned her in this very place, and, well, now we have the land that we live upon.
How did I not figure that out? It's like this whole freaking place is just one big Greek tragedy.
Sometimes it feels like a divine comedy, that's for sure.
Oh, it's like father, like son. You know, Sidon did to Lutheria what, cycles repeat.
Did Kentamane, just lay down and go to sleep for a few eons or something? Or did something else happen that...
Oh, no. There is the whole reason why we went along with Ferrus's plan in the first place. I mean, trust me, Sidon, Lutheria, hate them. They were absolutely awful. But, well, we knew that there was something after that. Our myths and legends are not completely complete on this as well, but we did know that Thylea was sacrificed. It is, in fact, why druids sacrifice creatures and attain power from it. It is a rite that goes directly to Kentimani. There were centuries where the Titans learned to be themselves and warred against one another. There is the story of the Myrmikis. Fucking insane. And, well, after all of this, Kentimani was trying to be a father, but fucking idiot. Who tries to be a father? That is so fucking stupid. Why do you want to have children? They just take all your fucking time, all your fucking money, all of your life, and then what do you get out of it? Just creatures that are fighting and telling you to fuck off. I don't understand it. Celine just kind of, you wouldn't get it. Oh, like you were children. I mean, I haven't ruled it out, and I'm a goddess, so I don't have to worry about age or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, so they fought for a while, and Getemani interfered every once in a while. He killed a couple of the children killed each other, and when things started to settle down, I think Getemani just got tired, and yes, he kind of just put a couple of safeguards in place, the beasts of the apocalypse, and went to sleep.
So He's-
Yanni.
what? I'm not just gonna like magically appear and wreak havoc by saying my name 3 times. That's been played out twice.
Okay, we should.
Oh my
probably
god, am
all
I the
sit
only
down
person
for-
here that was around when Beetlejuice 1 was released?
No, I knew what you were referencing.
I laughed.
No, I'm at the first one. Like, God, I feel old. Anyway,
It is older than me.
yeah, I realized last week after I made that Joey
Stop
comment
Googling
that
things,
Friends
Elena.
is older than you.
I was 8 when it came out. Okay, that's all. I knew I was born.
We've all seen it. We've all seen the movie.
Lyra. I'm sorry.
Lyra.
I just don't even know where to start.
You need like a Greek techno beat, like later.
No.
She is immediately sober again.
But she has a big old smile on her face. The ambrosia seems to still do the thing. It's fucking ambrosia.
I know, but she's at least coherent now. So, Wolf, gosh, I mean, Carpathos, they really laid out a lot of it.
I thought this was known to you. Did you not speak with these supposed gods? Did you not attain their knowledge?
Well, technically, I guess in an essence, some of us knew about this, but in a way, I guess Thylea told us not to tell anyone.
Huh?
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Thylea, dead. Kentamane, killed her. You learned that part just now.
Yeah, I got that memo. A little late, but got it. Thanks.
Thylea has avatars, aspects of herself, little tiny blips that she's using to still kind of influence things that are both her and not her. Kasaria is one of them. The things Kasaria is doing, Thylea told her to do. We need these beasts to be wreaking havoc right now. Unfortunately.
Carpathos
Also-
puts up a hand. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Desdemona, also one of them. In fact, an actual avatar of Thylea. Pretty much as close to being Thylea as you could be Thylea.
And you just let her die.
Well, technically she gave herself up so that Daphne could be a Fate too, because she needed all of us to be Fates.
Side-eyeing mom real quick with that.
Oh yeah, Leto. It's just like, I mean, I didn't want to draw too much attention away from it, but it was like fucking horns. But she also had other shit going on.
Of course, yeah.
She needed eyes and ears, which is why Darian is a Fate now. And she
does
needed
have good eyes and ears. Yeah.
she needed a voice.
Ah! The trickster
Yes.
shouts.
Why I'm a Fate now. And she needed the embodiment of her anger, which is why Daphne's a fate now. Because endgame, for the three of us at least, is wreaking so much destruction that Kentamane shows back up so that we can kill him.
Silence spreads throughout.
Can't somebody just, like, put some smelling salts under his nose or something? Do we really have to put the whole world through this?
So this is kind of like smelling
Why they-
salts for him.
Yeah, this is the smelling salts.
I'm pretty sure it's like the screams of agony and the blood of innocence. It's like he's like, it's like a freshly brewed pot of coffee for him in the morning.
So do we actually need to stop these things
Um,
in order for all this to play out?
Well, here's the thing, which is probably the main reason we weren't supposed to tell you, is because regardless of whether we stop them or not, lots of people are going to die. And I guess we could try and rein in that death a little. But we at least need the destruction to happen first.
Silas speaks up and she says,
Wait, so all the people in Mitros? You're okay with them dying?
I don't think being okay with any of it really exists at this point. Kind of just how it has to be.
What?
I mean, why does it have to be that way though? Like, why do we have to wake him up?
Yeah.
Why can't he just stay asleep?
Yeah,
This, I
I'm
believe,
with
is
that
why we
question.
weren't supposed to tell you either.
Because you don't know, or because we're not going to like the answer?
Because we can't let you stop it.
Well,
Okay, all right, okay.
Lyra,
all right. What Lyra's trying to say is that everything that put us in the position of fates was destined for us. Everything that's happened in my life happened so that I could become this fate. Thylea, through her avatars, has been planning this for a very long time. And we
Brother
are the best.
dying, me becoming a warlock, Daphne having her heart
Yes.
broken.
Your trauma, Lyra, your trauma.
I mentioned Daphne too.
Um,
Your mom dying and being
Yes.
locked up in a jail cell for your entire childhood.
yes. And even the things that have happened to you, Yanni, to you, Brissa. It's to make us this strong because we are the best chance at getting rid of him once and for all.
But if we had to do all this just to wake him up in the first place, and he was just sleeping soundly for eons, why?
Yes.
I mean, I'm confused. Is this just deific revenge?
Yeah, it sounds like she's just big and petty bitch.
Is this just a big goddess ghost haunting her killer through us?
I mean, I want to say no, but when you kind of simplify it like that,
Yeah, when you boil it down like that,
So
I've never talked to her.
What's to stop me just from leaving and going to get Castus and my, family and just saying fuck it and leaving?
technically nothing, and we were going to plan for that when it got closer to the point of no return. We were gonna try and save as many people as we could, but it's not gonna be a lot.
So let's I mean, okay, that's very disheartening. Let's say that we accomplish all this madness.
Yep.
That even best case scenario, we save as many people as we can and still manage to awaken and slay an elder deity.
Yep.
what are we looking at? What's coming after? What's the world gonna be? Does Thylea wake back up at that point, absorbing her husband's divine spark and waking back up or something, and then we're all just floating in the fucking ocean? Or
Gotta be honest with you, Yanni.
From my understanding, this is also to give her rest,
Yeah.
as well as the fact that Kentamane is still very much alive and awake. Not to mention, he is the one responsible for keeping us on this island, unable to leave.
I've
could
been
do
to the
that.
astral plane. I
Well,
can leave.
yes, the astral plane, but that requires moving whole cities. I'm talking about the ring that's been around Thylea forever.
Uh-huh. So it's not really
In
gone
the
like we
world.
thought it was? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I'm
That's my
guessing
understanding of it.
even Sidon didn't know that then. Or he wouldn't have been so desperate.
Oh, we've been told a couple times that Sidon wasn't the one responsible. Right? Okay, yeah, cool.
I guess I just forgot
The,
that.
the DM panic of like, fuck, is this
the
my
map
world or?
is just so cool with a apparatus.
Yeah.
You guys never
Honestly,
really
Sidon's been
knew.
dead for so long.
Yeah, what that apparatus was for, which is one of the
Okay.
big things.
But yeah, she didn't really tell us a after, so I've been thinking about it, and I don't really have an answer. It does feel very. I guess you guys get to figure out what happens afterwards and decide on your own.
I have to say, I've been to the tree a couple times, and it was always really calm, and it felt very peaceful. I don't think she wants to.
Well,
She's
that
the
kind of flies
opposite.
in the face of what the rest of the world feels like at this moment, doesn't it?
Yes, but what I'm saying, Yanni, is that she is the opposite of Kentamane. I don't think that she would wake up and want to destroy us. I don't think that's who she would be.
No, I honestly, I never thought that. But what I mean, I want to say first of all, and I look at Carpathos, I understand better now than I ever have
He's
where you're coming from.
seething with rage.
Boom.
But what I mean, what are we fighting for? 10% of the world's population left, and the spirit of a goddess can rest easy finally? Which, if there was an easy way to make that happen, I'm all for it. But I mean, it sounds like we're literally sacrificing like 90% of the creatures on this rock to make that happen, to make the chance for that to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great plan overall. Like, let's,
We're probably not the best people to tell you the plan because we kind of got the plan second hand.
It was very Cliff Notes.
Yeah,
Which
Very.
this one I want to jump off of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
honestly,
that's looking
no,
real
it's looking
appealing
better
at the
and better.
moment. And
We
I
wanted-
was planning like a whole mic drop, like Desdemona was Thylea, and you've been smack talking her for so long, but it feels inappropriate right now.
Fuck, am I like somehow Thylea's child now?
Oh,
As
she
you
did.
look down at the markings of the ley lines upon your arms,
Oh, boy.
Oh, so you're gonna abandon your mother? Oh,
Your real mother?
your real mother?
A mother that cared about you?
I would like to use the ability of my book to change one of my prepared spells to Finger of Death and then zap myself with it.
it has no effect.
I wish to be able to cast Power Word Lobotomy.
Yeah,
That's called
That's
feeling
what I
mind.
need.
You got it.
Is there a mass people mind? Can I people mind everyone real quick?
Daphne can, yes.
Oh my
Take
God,
me out,
wait,
girl. Take
No,
me out.
wait. If this ends badly, what if What
We're
if
casting modified memory.
us, Brissa and Yanni, we both have a wish spell. We can
No,
cast it on
no.
both of them.
No, we can't do that to them. We can't do that to them unless they say okay. But we can't.
Everyone else turns towards you guys. There's a little bit of a tense situation if you guys are saying that out loud.
We said that in our heads.
Yeah, we had it.
Well,
We
I mean,
have our.
it seems like the Trickster and Celine and Carpathos already knew most of this stuff. So if they still know, it's not a big deal. Oh no, I couldn't do that right now.
So I'm assuming you, Lyra, have known this at least since you became a Fate.
Correct. I
And the
was
only
told
reason-
not to tell you.
Okay.
To be fair, I've only known for 24 hours, and there hasn't really been a good time to say anything to anybody. So
Yeah. No, that's understandable. And Daphne's kind of in the same boat.
Yep. Why do you think I sat in the corner by myself and Argenti was like, "Oh, you don't have the right to do that."
Okay.
it all makes sense now. Yeah.
Because you're kind of broody and pouting like that these days. I just figured it was,
That's also facts.
That ledge.
I guess is what got you your current
Ledge.
job.
That
From the
ledge.
sound of things.
Wow.
But
I mean, if you have other questions, I'll try and answer them as best as I can, but I'm really just going off secondhand knowledge right now.
does the Tressum know more?
That's a great question for the Tressum.
Skia? Skia! You try it.
Do you have to do one of those? Pss, pss, pss?
She suddenly pounces now.
Yeah. There we go.
Somebody open a can of tuna, quick!
She does not appear to be in the vicinity. As Celine just goes, "Fuck it, I'm going to summon this cat to me right now. What is that?"
No.
What?
I feel like this Tressum is more than just a normal Tressum. It was Desdemona's Tressum.
So it's just a fucking cat. How good could it be? It's just a cat.
Oh.
Technically,
They're saying that
technically
it's
not a cat.
Thylea.
Technically not a cat.
Whatever, fucking
Yeah.
Tresem.
Also, not here, so.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking smite the thing if it doesn't answer our goddamn
No.
questions.
We
Well,
don't
she's-
care.
Me damn questions.
She's invulnerable. So,
I'm sure. Let's put that to a test, huh?
You know
Next
how you
time-
got your arm ripped off yesterday?
Oh.
I wouldn't pick fights with things that are
I could
invulnerable.
rip your arm off right now.
okay, let's stop threatening each other with ripped off
Listen, I'm
arms.
not saying that you
You're just
couldn't.
destroying all the worshippers on this plane, all the people that we're supposed to represent, and we're just. supposed
I'm
to be
not
okay with
destroying
it.
anything. I killed one of the giant beasts.
That is true.
Yeah, we did.
It was-
Then why
want
did you
them
let the
to
Why
others
would you
destroy
do that?
everyone else.
Why? Now I'm confused.
We-
Why did you do that?
We didn't have time. So when we stepped through that portal with Moxena, that we actually ended up at one of the prisons that was holding the monster. Lyra pushed a button that I was afraid of her pushing, but Lyra was right. I'm willing to admit that. And she killed the scary lizard thing.
But my
Um,
question is, if you knew why they were there and what their purpose was, why did you kill it?
We didn't
We were
know
kind of
that they were.
panicking.
Yeah, we didn't know they were the purpose until. Yeah, this is gonna sound bad. Till Casaria showed up,
Yep.
Okay.
and when
And she had
Casaria
already let all of the other
three
ones
of them
out.
out, and then Casaria was like, "This was the plan," and
Also,
And-
Krabinos was technically one of them too.
you keep saying Krabinos. Who is Krabinos?
Wait. Krabinos or Krabonos?
The big one. The big one.
Oh, is that what we're calling it? Is that what his name was? Krabonos?
Yeah, Crab. Oh, nose!
Oh,
She was
that's
fake.
good. I like
Makes
that. I
sense.
like
Okay,
that.
I like that. Yeah,
Makes sense.
good name. Good name.
Hey,
Um,
Brissa.
Honestly, to really just boil it down, uh, like everything else that has ever happened to us in the last however long we've known each other, I honestly just thought we maybe had a little more time.
Yeah. Boy, that's the story of our lives, isn't it?
Hey, Brissa. You're really quiet. And normally, when my mom was really quiet, it's because she was really angry. I feel like you're giving off them vibes.
You know, I am just thinking of ways that I can say fuck Thylea and leave with my husband and my family.
Children, multiple. Mama, don't forget about your other children.
Wow.
Yeah, I will.
It
I will
is.
leave with everyone, but that is
So-
honestly what I want to do.
So crazy how she hit the nail on the head with that one.
What if we did get your family out? Would you stay and help us?
We've been trying to figure it out. We haven't just been sitting here twiddling our thumbs, by the way.
I am not personally.
We've even
okay
been
with-
trying to figure it out in our own little telepathic side chat that even the DM in the sky doesn't know about.
They're sad, grumbling in one of the clouds.
I guess all I could say is I'm not okay with sacrificing all of Mitros, all of Astoria, basically all of the world, just for us a chance for some. I'm sorry because I know you guys now worship her, but some goddess bitch to get her revenge.
To be fair, I don't really worship her. I guess I am her. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not her.
We still haven't really figured it out.
Okay.
I'm not really okay with it, right?
Well, you were just saying, Carpathos, that it was written, the sirens knew, the fates knew, the furies knew. What was the end? What did the end of it say?
Death.
Do that part. The next part.
I think it was just death.
You really don't understand, huh?
I'm
That
telling you
is the
secondhand.
end. It is the end of everything for us. The gods will keep playing their damned divine games. They will keep treading on our bones, turning them to dust, mixing with the soil to raise their next flock. And you fools stepped right into her trap! Pawns! That is what the three of you are. Playthings for the goddess. I should have seen this too.
Lyra.
Well, anyways, Brissa, your feelings, 100% valid. Honestly, I get it. If you don't want to help us, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to. It's really going to suck, but, we are all free to make our own decisions. And same thing to you, Gani.
Lyra, you said that you were able to figure out who was safe last night, right?
Yes, a little.
And you were
And
able
I
to.
can't. I mean, I guess I could just ask who is alive still. I
No,
feel like
well-
that would be a lot.
No. I'm saying, like, could you ask questions to help us get more information, like about what's coming, so we can provide more answers than what we know?
Yeah, that's kind of what sparked me interjecting in this conversation that you were having. I think technically I can talk to her.
Like her, or like
like her.
If I try to leave with my family through those portals that Johnny was talking about,
Don't have an answer for you. I have no idea what would happen.
well, isn't that where?
it's your island though. So like, if I try and take my, will you
The
stop?
only
me?
portal I know about is Hades, and I really suggest you don't go there.
No, you and I walked through the one into the astral under Fate Island.
Oh,
That's where we
right.
met
Pascal
Mitros.
took us through that other
Hades
one.
portals under Fate Island. The astral gate is in the Tower of Sidon.
Yeah, that's the one Helios left me through.
Wait, which one?
No,
was
no.
under the Fate Island?
Pascal took us to the astral sea too. I gave him the Horn of
Mhm.
Valmitria so he would take us there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's how you guys killed my grandma. So yeah. Like
This is
it,
really
it was a part of it. It's part of it.
this is a good time for us to get this all out.
but that wasn't through a tunnel. Pascal just took us there, right?
He just plane shifted. And he
Right.
was able to somehow sidestep it. Actually, I think he stepped onto Hades first and then plane shifted you guys away.
Oh, I
Through
think you're
the
right.
Fate.
Is that what it... Okay.
Isn't the
that-
one in
that
Sidon's
portal's
tower
work.
still open?
And there's technically 3 tunnels, I believe, under the Isle of the Fates, but I only know about the one. And the one I know of is not where you want to take your family.
No, I'm just going to evacuate Mitros into Sidon's tower, and just get everyone into the astral.
So funny you should say that. Not a bad plan. Totally get where you're coming from. I feel like it's been implied that if we do like a mass exodus
It will
from Thylea, it
Kind
wakes him
of.
up sooner.
expedite everything.
Which is fine, because
Yeah.
we won't be here,
It-
and neither will our loved ones.
Well,
Exactly.
it'll be
Then
more
you
like
guys can- you
it'll
guys can deal
happen
with it.
before we get the chance to do it.
Yeah.
Like he's going to sense that we're leaving.
Right.
Yeah. Like we could maybe get out like a couple of small groups, but I don't think we could get out an entire population of a city before he wakes up.
All right.
Unless you guys just wished the entire population to the city into the tower, and then they can start filtering out.
Could happen. I feel like there'd be a lot of logistics about that wish, so they didn't just fall on top of each other. You didn't see it in the prison cube, but there was this room with a bunch of worms just on top of each
God,
other.
I don't want to talk about the worm room.
And it was really disgusting, and I just feel like that could happen in the time. I'm so sorry, Brissa. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable and I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to talk about this morning. So
Yeah.
Mama,
Neither did David.
can we save the people? But we have to stay, right? We have to protect the other people. There's so many people on there, these monsters, and we are the. I'm a good dragon. You said that, and we can fight them.
Yeah, there's, you will grow up one day and you'll understand a little bit more, but this is a worthless fight. It is, for some, it is not our fight.
But that is what my father did. He ran from this other world, Kryn.
Carpathos goes, "We did not
Getting
simply
more
run.
over.
That world also was destroyed by strife. By people
Wait,
thinking
you
they
came
were
from
better."
Kryn?
He gives Narcissus a little bit of a look, and Narcissus kind of looks down. He was my dragon rider.
What? What?
Jesus fucking Thylea.
And you did that to him?
You out here getting upset at us for secrets. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not putting brains in jars. That's what I'm not doing.
I've put one brain in.
We gotta calm down, guys. We gotta
Yeah.
calm down.
Have
But that one was like your best friend, right?
Yeah,
That's a little
obviously
fucky.
not.
Someone say
Kinda looks
favorite
over to
child.
Narcissus. The Narcissus is like,
We can't do this right now.
I did.
This is where everything falls apart, and it's the thing I've been the most scared about. Both in real life and in the game.
I'm
going
sorry,
to
what
be
did
honest,
Carpatha say?
there's no chance that I'm going to fight for Thylea.
Then fight her. Let's summon Kentimani,
Already did.
slay him, and then we will slay Thylea once and for all. Free us of divine machinations.
See, that part I feel like I can't let happen.
Why not? Are you still blind to how you've been played?
I mean, it does seem kind of hypocritical to counter someone getting vengeance by killing them in vengeance, but we're not
It's
even going to
called
touch on that subject right now.
Survival. Let's go protecting what is dear. You were willing to destroy the world to serve your goddess. Brissa here understands. She has been the glaive for Mitros, protecting it, striking at the
Brissa-
enemies.
Brissa enjoys being a queen.
So,
That's what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade.
I don't care. Brissa will take off her crown and throw it on Lyra's feet.
Ping, 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 ping.
And she'll be like, I care about my family, Lyra. I care about protecting them. I care about the people of the city. Even if I wasn't their queen, fuck it, you can be the queen. I would still try and protect the city.
I propose this. We go through with the plan of ascension. But I nominate Queen Brissa, the only one who sees the insanity of this, since my great-grandson does not seek ascension himself. Brissa,
I'm starting to reconsider that for the short term, but
I believe you could
I
help
need a
us know
minute.
what is needed to be done to deal with these gods.
I need a minute. I need a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Yanni goes off and finds a quiet spot. If you need to talk amongst yourselves, go ahead. Yanni just kind of sits down. Oh, no, sorry.
I said I totally got frozen there, so I missed what happened, but it's okay.
Oh no. Well,
He's
Yanni
taking
left.
a minute. He's taking a minute. He's taking
Yanni's like
5.
that.
Did Bitdefender just update for you too and reload everything?
I don't
That
know.
was fun. Yanni just like walks far enough away that he can't hear distinct words unless they're shouting, kind of a thing. He sits down with his back to him, just kind of meditative, and I'm assuming that those. I think I remember we decided that the tattoos are visible even when he's not channeling stuff at this point, right? They just glow when he is. Is that correct? Is that what we decided?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
The tattoos
Mhm.
are visible even when I'm not channeling the energy. They just glow when I am.
They're very, very dim against your skin when you're not channeling.
I just kind of sit down and I look at the faint lines on my arms, and I try to just awaken the power enough to kind of wake them up and connect with the energy.
You reach out and it washes like a torrential stream against your soul. Seemingly full up with magical potential, it is not able to really permeate, but you feel it rushing all around you.
Okay. This might be the craziest thing I've ever tried. Thylea, you rebirthed me through your avatar, which I guess on some level makes me your son. Talk to me. Explain this to me. Tell me what the end game is.
You feel a pull. It's almost like, have you seen those people that use those? And I think I've referenced this before, but I just don't remember what it's called. They have like the little metal wires.
Dowsing rods?
Yeah,
Dowsing
exactly.
rods.
Yeah, and it's almost like this dowsing rod is kind of starting to point
Specifically for ley lines.
towards Lyra.
Oh, don't do that to me.
And with your passive investigation on this one, you do piece together that she did just disclose that she could communicate with Thylea.
Guess that's as good as it's going to get right now. Which is kind of more than I expected, so interesting. Yanni gets up and kind of stomps back over to the group. Clearly just a bit tweaked all the way around right now, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
But this was,
That's
there was
how I
probably
feel.
minutes of him kind of just meditating. So he's probably been gone for like 3 to 5 minutes. So if there's anything that he's interrupting at this point, feel free.
Brissa. I care about you so much. And I was going to try and bring them back. Whoever we lost after, I was going to try. But
And what happens when you can't bring them back? Then we have 90% of the people dead, and we potentially living on an island that has just woken up and has her own now whims of terror or whatever. Like, I just.
I could try now, but it would just be bringing people right into already present danger, which is why I'm not doing it to bring my parents back.
Lyra.
I guess this is where Yanni stomps back in. Right up to Lyra. Kind of gives her a little shove. Hey! You can talk to her?
Yeah, I think. Tell me what you want to ask. You get 5. Technically, if we want to blow it all today before we go fight, you get 20.
Ask her how many of my people can leave before Kentamani wakes up. That's one of the questions I want to ask.
You got it.
It doesn't
How
have to
many
be
I'm
a
going to
yes or
take.
no question. Just
It does
I
have to
don't-
be
I
a
don't
yes
wanna
or
set-
no
I don't wanna
question.
set you guys up for failure.
Don't worry. I know it has to be a yes or no question.
Okay. I guess you can ask, can I save more of Mitros by having them leave via the portal in the tower?
Yeah, it was going to be something akin to that.
Okay, first question. Am I already some kind of god and don't even know it because of being reborn through Desdemona?
Great question.
Second-
If it helps you not waste it on that, technically Darian, Daphne, and I are not celestial or divine.
Yeah, we're demonic. Right?
Shut up, Daphne.
Technically,
Okay,
we're
that-
fiendish.
Oh, now you say shut up.
Okay, that's
Shut up.
great.
So, like, yeah.
But I
Yeah,
was
no, I'll still ask, but just to put it in perspective, we are not gods, even though we are also part of Thylea.
I get that, but you're not her avatar, right? But Desdemona was.
Desdemona wasn't a god, though.
Maybe you're just her next avatar, Jan.
Am I
Yeah.
understanding this?
It's very
Damn,
Technically-
in the sky.
technically Desdemona was not a god, was an avatar of Thylea. By killing one fate, you become a fate. So we did become technically the next fates who were already avatars of Thylea. I don't know if that makes us avatars of Thylea as well. Didn't really get to ask before Desdemona let Daphne, which I don't blame her for anymore. So,
Oh, thanks.
If anyone is an avatar, at least out of the three of us, it's Lyra. Because
Let's put it this way.
but I'll ask. I'll absolutely ask.
Do I have some kind of special connection to her that I'm because of being reborn through her avatar like that
that you don't know of?
that I need to that I don't know of.
You got it.
Can she provide us any direct help against Kentamani?
I'll ask. Feel like it's going to be a no.
That's fine. Even if it's a yes, it's not telling us what that's going to be, but at least we can expect a little divine nudge,
Right.
hopefully.
You got two more because one of them's Brissa's.
Yeah, that's fine. And if anybody else has one, throw them out there.
is Thylea gonna be safer with Kentamane gone?
She's
Of course,
already dead.
Thylea is going to be safer because that's
Oh,
she's getting her
if-
petty little vengeance.
Okay, we know that Darian means the actual continent, not the goddess.
Yeah. If we're gonna ask her questions, we have to go out on a limb and believe the answer she gives us. Or else, why are we asking the questions?
Will there... Trying to think of a way to word this because I kind of know the limitations that you're talking about here. Will there... I don't even know the right way to ask this.
Yeah, not so easy, is it?
What's the question without the yes/no component?
If you could just ask
The question without the
what
yes
would
no
the
component,
question
what happens if we lose?
be? Okay.
And I'm just not sure how to boil that down. Well, I guess will failure to destroy Kentamane lead to the destruction of all of Thylea? Let's go there.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
And I don't know. I don't even know that I have a fifth question or fourth question.
I hate you, Alita. Get out
Marissa,
of
you got
here.
anything else?
Not that I could think of off the top of my head. I don't really. Yes, not that I can think of.
I got my own question. I'll put it there
Okay.
at the end and
Cool.
cap it with my own question.
Cool. You do that.
Okay, Brissa, run yours by me one more time. I want to make sure I get the wording right.
Can I save more people from Mitros?
From
Then-
Kentamani. Save more of the people of Mitros if we take them through the portal.
Yes.
Got it. Oh, now I'm having a brain fart on what Yanni wanted me to ask.
Do I have some kind of connection to
Right.
her?
Right.
Do you want me to type them out? Would that be easier?
Yes, please type them out.
Can I change my question?
What was yours? Would the failure to defeat
No,
Kentamani
no,
lead to
ignore it.
destruction of everything?
Ignore it. Wipe it. Wipe it.
You don't like that one?
No, I want to ask. Could Thylea bring everyone back that was killed?
Oh, if we
If we
Defeat
if we
Kentamane.
succeed, if we defeat Kentamane, can
I like
she?
that.
Can she? Is she supposed to have all this power? Could she do that?
I mean, that should be the first question. If she could
Yeah.
do that, then
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
if she could do that, then that will.
So you maybe stay.
It would be harder, but I would think about it some more.
Okay.
Shit, now I don't even remember my third question.
You were asking about
It's actually the second one I can't remember. How did I?
you worded it really well.
Oh, if she'd be able to help.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Against Kentamani.
Yeah, would she be able to help us against Kentamani?
Okay.
And then the question after that was if we don't beat him, is everyone dead? But we're switching that to, can she bring everyone back that dies if we defeat Kentamani? Can she bring all of our loved ones and people that live in the city, yada yada yada?
And even those that are being.
Can she
killed
bring
now
back
as we speak.
Kentamani if we kill Kentamani?
No.
All right.
The Platinum
I got
Dragon,
mine in-
absolutely fucking not. I'm not wasting it on that.
Can make
Okay.
it-
Absolutely the fuck
I still
not.
think the question I posted it would be a good one. Does she know the
No,
moment?
I'm not asking her that either. My last question is going to be, if I leave, will I survive? Okay.
That's the alternative to my question. Is the Platinum Dragonlord.
Okay.
Because we do know he exists, because Helios mentioned him.
Well, he
Mhm.
also...
The Platinum
He
Dragon.
lives on Drury Lane.
I think one of the 5 mentioned him too, right? Outside of Helios? Maybe it was just Helios.
He
Anyways,
was just Helios.
Oh my god, they know the Muffin Man too.
No, they
The Muffin Man's dead.
They usually call him
I
Paladin.
ate the Muffin Man. Oh, right, he had a different name. Okay. I will sit down, put a towel down,
Yeah.
and I will commune with, I guess, Thylea.
I have my own Zoom going on now.
I can't do math. Do it for me, David.
Your wings suddenly lose all of their feathers as the feathers themselves turn into fate strings, thousands of them. Suddenly
what?
you see 2 spectral versions of the dragon bone that held the massive loom within the Island of the Fates cave. As all the strings pull you taut, stretching you between the 2 of them. And you watch as the featherless wings stretch. Lyra in pain. As the blood drips upon the ground below.
Yeah, it still doesn't feel great, guys. Thanks.
What is your first question?
If we manage to defeat Kentamani for you, will you be able to bring back all of the friends and family that we've lost?
You watch as the lower left wing of the loom seems to turn blood red. It's like these white golden strings slowly become suffused with your own blood, and you see a ground. You see as people seem to rise up, flying upwards. You see roots grasping around their corpses and pushing them out of the dirt, laying them forward. You see them starting to raise their arms towards the sky. Yes.
And everyone's seeing this, right? Or is it just me?
Everyone sees this.
What a queen.
Okay. Does Yanni have some type of latent divine connection or power through you that he's not aware of?
You ask these questions, and there's just like a sharp pain. Lyra cries out in pain. Like after asking each one of the questions, this blood is drained from your body and then fills in the wings. And you can see what seems to be a progression of a babe held in a mother's arm. The next depiction seems to be a hag swallowing the babe. The next one seems to be roots lifting up the child. And then the last one seems to be the form of Yanni, and almost a T-pose hovering, and there seems to be light kind of shining from the ground up. You get a yes in part.
So a hard kind of.
I think I know how to interpret that. We'll deal with that later.
Didn't she already give you the option of like becoming your not haggling self at one point? And anyways. This is your own story to figure out. That's 2, right? I'm so stressed.
Yeah, that's 2.
Would Brissa be able to save more Metrosians, bringing them through the portal to the Astral Sea? Or to Hades, sorry. Which one?
Astral
Is it
Sea.
the Astral Sea?
Yeah.
We don't have a portal to the Astral Sea.
We do in Sidon's
We do.
tower.
Oh, in Sidon's Tower. Okay, the Astral Sea.
Remember
I keep
Helios
forgetting.
said,
Yes.
I'm out? He
Yes.
left me?
Yes.
I would be
I
following
remember
Helios. Yeah.
when you
Oh.
got broken up with. Okay,
Brissa,
would
add to my
Brissa,
trauma.
would Brissa be able to save more Metrosians, bringing them through the portal to the Astral Sea?
More blood seeps from your veins, travels along the strings. And you watch as the blood starts to paint the picture of the base of the tower rising out of the churning sea, starting to rise upwards. You see what look like hundreds of small dots walking into the tower. The tower starts to form itself further and further as it rises up. But then a piece looks crooked. It keeps folding up. There's a piece shattered and flying off the tower. It goes further up, and you can see now as hundreds of hands wrap themselves around the tower, crushing and cracking it, tearing it apart. And as it rises to the mid part of the tower, there's suddenly a massive figure that stands behind it as hundreds of hands stemming from its torso are tearing the tower apart.
Wait, I feel like that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Even
It's
with
a maybe.
that, you get a sense of an undecided tending towards no.
Yeah.
And the
As soon
undecided
as I
is really, you see the size of the figures, like the number, the crowd size itself.
Right. She can't tell us how many people we'll actually be able to save. As soon as I asked the question, that's the first thing I thought. She can't tell us how many people we'd be able to save in regards to either situation. So she doesn't know. But she knows Kentamane will try and stop it.
We want to ask if she'll help us, right?
Or... Well, I guess it doesn't... I guess knowing if Kentamane would destroy everything is less of a priority now that we know that if we do succeed, she can bring them back.
Yeah, it's
Right?
more about what happens if we don't.
Yeah, that's true. If we fail to defeat Kentamane, will there be anything left for any of us?
The field that had formed with the bodies rising and their arms moving, the blood just seems to seep down, and you watch an empty expanse of rock and ash and bones. No.
I, to the surprise of no one, am going to be selfish about the last question. Knowing that everyone else can see the answers, I'm going to just stare at Brissa and say, if Brissa doesn't help us, can we even win?
You see Mitros start to appear, filling in with blood. The many roofs tiled with clay shingles. You see the hundreds of people milling about in the Ahora. You see the shining bay. But above it all you see what appears to be almost like a beacon, shining with light. The figure is not humanoid, but that of a dragon. Majestic, roaring. But then the image flickers. The city is in ash, burning. People are dead. The dragon out of the sky gone. And then it flickers back. You get an uncertain answer.
You're free to interpret that last one however you want, but to me, it looks like it's a hard maybe, erring on the side of more people will die if you don't.
Lyra drops to the ground. All the fate strings pull away and return back into the feathers, completely covered in blood now. As you land there, the spectral versions of the bone just turn to dust.
I go to Lyra.
I just wipe the blood off my nose.
Okay.
I cast a fiery magic missile ladder to heal her.
Oh,
Feel
God.
better.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot that's
A
what you.
momentary panic.
I was like, oh God.
Y'all are fine.
Does that?
This is as much of a peace offering as you're going to get from Yanni, if that wasn't already probably pretty clear.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like I said, Brissa, still your choice. Not gonna force you either way.
Well, you got 10.
What is
back
that,
to me.
10? Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Of course, I rolled minimum.
I can do that math. Oh god, I have 13,000 health. Okay. David and I did it at the same time. I had 13,613 health.
There's fucking magic missiles.
Elliot
My
said-
God.
Can I help you?
I have been sleeping on this spell way too much.
But yeah. So if we can beat him, she can bring everyone back. And then I guess we can try and rebuild and
Then
do things a different way.
is
But-
there any point in even fighting these beasts?
Like I said, still very secondhand, but I do think the sacrifice of the beasts is important to Kentamane coming back.
Carpathos
Okay.
goes, yes, that is what the prophecy has said. Killing the creatures will summon him. But at that point, what is the difference? However, I think we do have a chance. We kill the beasts, we kill Kentamani, we get rid of the gods. Okay, can we just be done with this line? Okay? We're gods, I could smite you right now. Try.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, people. There are more important things.
Anyways, I agree with that theory. We can save the cities. We have to defeat the creatures before they get there.
I mean, I might. It seems like I might speak for all three of us, but I really don't. But for myself, at least, I wasn't gonna just sit here and let it happen. That was never the intention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, me neither.
I thought you needed the blood and the destruction. I thought you needed the cities to be raised so that you could sacrifice to your goddess.
I think
of
there's
death.
been plenty.
Yeah. We didn't know how many creatures there were going to be, or we didn't know any of those details, but I do think that it's going to take time to kill each of them. So there's going to be destruction as they go.
Can you not just use your wish magic to just wish them dead right now, and then boom, Kentamani appears?
Are we ready?
That
Kentamane?
seems unlikely.
Also, I don't feel like the Ghost Lord is a good one to just leave laying about.
Oh my god, all of this made me forget that we even have to do that.
Yeah, he's one where
I
That's a
wonder if there's some
connecting
way to
piece.
lure him into the fight with one of these beasts.
well, he was housing them. So he must know.
I mean, I think he was
Lothario
housing them only
was
because
housing
he,
them.
yeah, that.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to wish anything dead, is it going to be one of these big creatures? Is it the Ghost Lord? We know that there's side effects.
Even though it's a wish, I don't know if it'll work.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
we know there's some sort of limitation. It won't work to help Daphne's mom. So
She has her name. Her name is Leto. You can just call her Leto.
Jared
it
Leto?
just seems so formal.
It
To
does.
call her Leto?
Yeah.
Her name?
Just, yeah, but you're going to call me Daphne's mom every single time?
She's got it going on. I'm just kidding.
I
I mean,
Anyways,
What?
fine.
No,
I'll call
no.
you Leto. I'll come up with a nickname for you. It's cool.
just call
no.
me Mama. It's fine.
There
Well-
you go.
Okay.
But anyways, we know there's some sort of limitation to how much it can actually do.
Carpathos
Yes.
speaks up and says, I've tried wishing Sidon and Mutheri out of existence.
There you go.
Yeah.
It does not work.
It seems like anything that's extremely divine, probably out of the scope.
But
Yeah.
you can fortify yourselves in preparation for the fight.
That part I did know, but
Lyra, let the man speak. He's already pissed off enough as
I
if he
know.
don't
I'm
need
just
to-
saying. I knew that part.
Okay.
Have suggestions?
Determine what you need to survive an encounter with an apocalypse beast. Wish for that, recover, and fight it. Or perhaps muster the allies that you have misled into following you.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot, and that would have been a whole nother headache for me to deal with. And I'm gonna walk over to whatever wall is closest to me, put my hand on it, cast Demiplane.
As you open the gate, do you like bring the shit back out?
I don't touch it. I
Don't
just
touch
open
it.
the one where it's at, and I look at Celine. I say, "Hey,
Right there,
they're all in
right
there."
now with him here. Karpoth is just like, what? Nothing.
I don't recommend
know-
touch. Just do what you're gonna do.
I will be back.
It's open for an hour, so expediency.
Then please be careful.
What
I'm
is
willing
this
to bet she
thing
can get
now?
herself back if she hangs around too.
Oh, so Sidon had actually cursed a couple. Really?
We're not going to tell Karpathos. Sidon made god-killing weapons. They turn you crazy if you use them. It's the reason Moxena was mad. We killed her. We took him. Celine wants to destroy him. We told her she could because she's helping us.
But I'm willing to bet Sidon was almost hoping that you would get your hands on them.
And if you go for them, I'll kill you. That will be me finding out if Wish can get rid of a divine being.
I am not a divine being.
Then it'll probably work.
No, I think you guys. Well, I don't know if he used those restrictions.
Look, let's just play nice.
Yeah.
We've already killed gods without anything more than the Promethean fires, so
And we killed our friend because he wanted to use them.
Yeah.
But we have god-killing weapons. Right there.
That are
how do we
really,
get rid
really
of the curse,
cursed.
though?
Really cursed.
Horribly
Like,
cursed.
I'm pretty sure this curse is at least as strong as your vampiric curse.
Moxena went from a warrior that was quite
A
smart,
tactician.
yeah, to insane.
Sidon was
Happy.
hoping they would work on Lutheria.
I see that I am outnumbered by those who either are divine or do their bidding. But may I make a suggestion on the behalf of the mortals of Thylea?
You're free to make a suggestion.
I suggest that you keep those weapons in stock. That you find a warrior who's willing to lose their mind, and you let them loose upon Kintimani when he arrives.
Like you.
Like me. And that
I'll
is
just.
where we're gonna leave it
Yes.
for this week's
I'm fine in
session.
bed.
Oh gosh, I didn't realize what time it was.
I think we have some
Sorry,
quick debriefing to
Clancy,
do, so
sorry.
I'm gonna call it here real quick. Thank you all for watching this instead of the presidential debate, or if you're watching after the fact. What a fucking session! And they say level 20 can't be fucking nail biting. We have a lot of wish spells floating around. We have the ability to become a god floating around. We've got god-killing weapons. And we've got the fate of an entire land. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. EDT.